The Horrible Gamers podcast may contain content not suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Jesus walks a lot, echoes in the dark. Gunny chief sharp, leaves the gamer's mark. Mayo drip smooth, the controller spark. Horrible gamers, we ignite the art. Pixel dreams stitched into the code. Lagging through the chaos every episode. Loading up the laughter, stories unfold. Joystick kings, legends never grow. Press start, no pause, this is the crew. Jesus, Gunny, Mayo coming through. Horrible gamers, where the gamers groove. Plug in, tune out, let's make a move.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Horrible Gamers Podcast, show number 505. We record on December the 1st, 2025. I'm one of your hosts, Jesus Gonzalez, also known as Jesus Walks Loud. Today, I'm joined by my co-host from the West Coast, the best coast, Gunny Chief Henley Merrill is back. Welcome back, Henley. Welcome.
Hey, guys. Man, it was a good holiday, but I'm tired of eating turkey and stuffing.
That's right. And from Little Big Ohio, the Mayo, Steve Williers, back. Welcome back, Steve. Welcome.
Hey, how's it going, Jesus?
It's going, buddy. And special guest, ladies and gentlemen, from the West Coast, the best coast. You may know him as Reppin' Evan, but we all know him as E.T. Welcome back, Evan Tanaka. Welcome.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Happy to be here.
Welcome to the show. Glad you're here. I know you wanted to be here a few weeks ago, but we couldn't get that coordinated. Gunny fucked it up somehow.
What?
And,
My fault?
It's your fault.
Yeah, we gotta blame Gunny.
There's a vacation in there somewhere, so
Yeah.
I wonder who that was.
Anyways, welcome to the show, people, and we're back. I'm back. You're back. We're all back. I had a good vacation, guys. It was fun, beautiful in Hawaii. Over there it's like hot as fuck right now, Mayo. It's like 80 degrees. It's always sunny there. I swear I saw the most rainbows in Hawaii than I ever seen in my entire life. Honest to God. There was like a rainbow every fucking day. And I'm talking like a big ass rainbow, like all the colors, Mayo, not just 2 colors or 3 colors, okay? I'm talking all the colors, Mayo, okay? They were all there, and there was big rainbows everywhere.
Nice.
This place is a paradise.
Did it rain like at all when you were there?
Surprisingly, not really. Like it rained, but like lightly. And then one day it did rain kind of hard, but it was just really kind of windy. Just kind of windy and hot. Windy and hot. And
Yeah, that's how it was when I went in June few years ago.
It was
I'm
nice.
sure still in comparison to Florida, right?
No, Florida is actually like more humid. So like Florida, even though it's just as hot, maybe a little bit cooler, it feels hotter in Florida because it's so fucking humid in Florida, dude. In Hawaii, the humidity is like not that much. It's like a different kind of heat. It's not as humid.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's just hot, but like not that bad. When you go to Florida, though, it'll be like 70 degrees with like 100% humidity, and it's like a fucking like you're sweating as soon as you step
like
outside.
a sauna, right?
Yeah, like you're wearing a sweater or something. Yeah, a big sweater.
Yeah, you're all sticky all the time. It's all fucking nasty. You're like, what the fuck? You step outside for 5 seconds and walk around, and you're like, this fucking sucks. But Hawaii was really nice. It was amazing. The people there are pretty cool for the most part. And yeah, lots of beaches everywhere. I guess that's what happens when you're on an island, huh?
I feel like there's a story there when he throws in for the most part.
The people were cool, but like there was some weirdos, like some weird. We went to like this part, and I don't know what it was called, but we went to this part of the island, and there was just like hobos everywhere. I don't know what the hell happened. Like, I guess my girlfriend told me that the people in Hawaii, when they arrest like a homeless person and they let him go, the police will drive him out to this area and drop him off there. to keep them
Yeah, they
away.
drive them out from that. That's correct. Because I remember when I went there, they keep them
Yeah.
away from the beach.
Yeah, no. These people live on the beach.
Oh, never mind then.
So,
Not in
I
Oahu,
guess
like by
the
the
law,
Sheraton or
the
the
law,
Hilton.
the law in Hawaii is if you are homeless, you can pitch a tent on the beach and live there and stay there overnight as long as you have a fishing pole.
Oh, okay.
If you have a fishing pole, you are allowed to stay on the beach overnight and just like live there, dude. You just live there.
I'd have 5 fishing poles out there.
Yeah, no, legit. People did. We went to this area.
Okay.
There was fucking tents everywhere. And my girlfriend was like, "You see this? This is where all the homeless live." I'm like, "What the fuck?" And there was like fishing poles everywhere, just like fishing poles left and right. You're like, "What the
Okay.
fuck?" And these people
I don't
were just
remember that
chilling.
part.
These
Yeah.
people were just chilling out there.
It's a
dude. They were just-
currency out there. It's like, I'll pay you in a fishing pole.
It was just like everyone chilling, and then right. So then I see like because this is when my girlfriend went on some kind of boat thing with the kids, and I didn't want to go. So we took them to the pier. So I left them. I dropped them off, and it was like a 2-hour thing. And I'm like, I'm not gonna drive an hour back home to turn around and drive back. So I'm just gonna chill out here and look at the scenery or whatever. So I fucking went to a McDonald's, right? And I got myself some breakfast, and I'm chilling eating. And then this homeless guy walks in and he starts yelling at everyone, except for me. But he went up to every table except for my table, and he was telling everyone how he's the king of that part of Hawaii. He was like, "I'm the king around here. I'm the king of this part. This is my area." And we're like, "What the fuck?" Everyone's looking at him like, "Shut the fuck up."
Is that
And
because
then-
you looked homeless too?
Yeah, he was home. No, he was homeless because when I pulled up and parked the car, he was like outside, like on his bike, like doing something. And I parked the car and I got out and I said, "Hey man, what's up?" And he just said, well, he didn't say nothing to me. And I kind of just walked inside. And then like about 15 minutes later, here he comes and he's talking about how he's the king of Hawaii or something, and that he's royalty or something, and that he owns that part of Hawaii, and that's his land. And then he was yelling at everyone to buy him McDonald's. He wanted someone to buy him McDonald's, but I was like, I don't think that's how you go about getting McDonald's from people when you're yelling at everyone.
Yeah, maybe a little politer about, but he's probably mentally ill, so
There was like
can't help it.
there was this Asian dude in line, like trying to get he was trying to order his food. You know how they have like little kiosk or whatever? He's trying to order his food, and the dude walked up and was like, "Hey man, can you get me something?" And the Asian dude's like, "Sorry, no, not really." And the dude's like, "Oh, come on, man, come on." And it's just like, "Sorry, I can't. I already put my order in." And then just like, "Oh, fuck, okay, all right, fuck it, all right." He started yelling at some more people. It started yelling at the cashier that he's the king of Hawaii or something. I was like, this dude's tripping. And then I went back to the beach, right? And I'm like, fuck, I gotta take a piss, dude. And then I saw a porta potty, right? And I'm like, I was like, I saw a porta potty over here. I'm gonna go there to take a piss. I'm assuming that's the porta potty for like that port or whatever, right? Like that pier or whatever. So I go over there, Gunny, right? And I pull up and I park the car. I go up to the porta potty and it's like behind a gate. I'm like, what the fuck? And there's like a whole gate around it. And I'm like, okay, I follow the gate. And I go in there. Next thing you know, I'm like inside a homeless camp, dude.
Oh shit.
It was like a legit, like these people live in like huts and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm walking around. Everyone's looking at me like, you motherfucker lost or something. I'm like looking around. I'm like, I clearly don't belong here.
You should have went in there with your McDonald's bag and said, "I got McDonald's for you guys."
I'm like, I clearly do not belong in this area. I don't know. I'm looking for a bathroom, guys. And then I ended up finding a different bathroom. I was like, fuck this place. I'm out of here. And I walked the fuck out and I went to found a different bathroom somewhere else. But yeah, some of the places are pretty sketchy in Hawaii. But for the most part, we didn't go to the sketchy places. We went to the nice places, and they were pretty dope. They were pretty dope. A lot of surfers out there right now because apparently in the North Shore is where all the surfers go this time of year or whatever to go surf or whatever. They go out there and do like the big surfing competitions or whatever. So I guess they're out there practicing right now or like doing
Cowabunga,
practice
dude.
runs. A lot of
Yeah.
surfers, dude. Yeah.
Oh, probably for what do they call it? Like the
Well, they have this thing
not Iron
called
Man, but
they have this thing called the Baja Blast, which is sponsored by Mountain Dew,
No
and
way.
and
Taco
apparently,
Bell.
You mean the drink?
yeah, and apparently that's when like the waves. I guess the waves have to hit 50 feet high for them to like have the event go on. So I guess they just wait to
Yeah.
whenever the waves start hitting 50 feet, and they start the event like right then and there, and they start inviting people from around the world, and everyone just shows up in that same 2-3 day span or whatever, and start doing the competition. But I guess it like happens at different times every year because the waves
Yeah.
hit 50 feet at different times every year or something like that. I'm like, that's trippy, dude. But yeah, man, saw lots of cool shit. Went parasailing, saw some fucking fish, some fucking what are dolphins and fucking turtles and fucking went underwater. We went in a submarine, Gunny.
That's awesome.
Listen,
When you showed
I
us
was
the
a
pictures,
little,
like I
I was
want
a
to do that
little,
next time we
I,
go.
I was a little sketched out at first because I
Well,
thought,
yeah,
okay, a
you hear
submarine.
the stories, right?
Listen,
Did he give you
okay,
an Xbox controller?
listen. I thought, okay, a submarine sounds pretty cool, right? I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, that sounds cool. And then we started booking it, and it was only like $100 a person, right? Because it's like they had all these Black Friday deals and shit. So we're like, I was like $100 a person. I'm like, what kind of fucking submarine is this? So then, like, we get out there, and like,
It's a drug boat.
I started thinking, like, is this a fucking like an Ocean Gate fucking thing or something? Like, some dude built a submarine out here to take us in the fucking water or something? What the fuck? And no, apparently it's like this thing that they have out there where, like, I guess this company has been running it since like the 80s or something, or the 70s or the 80s. I think the 70s, they said. And they just been rebuilding different submarines or whatever, and it's an actual submarine. It's like, I guess it's the biggest commercial submarine, like that fits like normal people or whatever, like for public use. But it's actually like a submarine. It doesn't look like the Ocean Gate one, all right? This thing actually looks like a fucking submarine, and it was pretty cool, man. Because you go out there on a boat, the submarine comes up, you get on top of the sub, and then you get in and they close the hatches, and it's all windows on the side, and then you take you under the water and show you a bunch of reefs and coral reefs and shit, and a bunch of sunken boats and airplanes and shit that they I guess they put them down there on purpose, the submarine people, because they were like, we wanted people to see fish, so we like sunk a bunch of shit out here so the fish would come.
Probably some old World War II fucking planes or something out there.
No, man. It was like a plane from like the 1970s, they said. They were like, oh, yeah, this plane like last flew in like 1980 and 1975 or some shit. And they're like, oh, yeah, we just bought it from the company that went bankrupt and we sunk it out here. And we're like, oh, shit. And they had like two of them. They had two planes down there. And they had like fucking these like old shipwrecks, like old boats that they sunk out there. One of them was like a fucking Navy boat. The other one was like a commercial boat. They were big ass boats though. I was like, this is trippy. But no, dude, he wasn't using. I make sure to check that the pilot had like an actual like cockpit type thing, like he did. He had like an actual like controls.
He
and
wasn't
shit.
using a controller.
He wasn't using
Xbox controller for the remote location.
He wasn't using a Mad Catz, okay? Fucking
Not the
Mad
new Steam
Catz
controller.
Jesus
Yeah.
pulls his PS5 controller out of his pocket. He's like, I'm steering this ship tonight, guys.
Connect me to the Bluetooth, motherfuckers. I got this. But it was pretty dope. Yeah, lots of cool sightseeing shit. Lots of people there everywhere.
Did you
one of
the cool things, Jesus? I was curious if you did like the bus tour thing where they kind of take you up on those different ridges, and then you can do, take pictures up on the like in the jungle and stuff.
No, see what I did is I drove around the whole island by myself. I was like, fuck this.
Nice.
I'm driving the whole island. Fuck the bus. And pretty much a lot of the places that we stopped at, we saw that bus there. Okay? So everywhere that we pretty much stopped, that fucking bus showed up. Like after we got there, the bus would show up. We're like, oh, there's the bus. And then we go to another spot and the fucking bus would show up. So we went everywhere. You can
take your time on your own time. That's cool.
Yeah, but we saw some pretty cool spots, some pretty cool views. A lot of tiny roads out there. I was driving a big ass big ass fucking SUV, dude. It was like a Ford Expedition or something. And that thing is like huge for like the roads out there. Like fucking monster car for like the roads they have out in Hawaii, dude. Everything's so narrow out there, and it's like, what the fuck? And
Did you go to Jurassic Park?
but yeah, no. See, okay, this is the problem we had there. So we booked the Jurassic Park thing, right? We had like ATV rides or whatever we were gonna book there, so we did it. We booked it. Problem is, we booked like the deluxe package, like the highest one, and that is not part of the Jurassic Park experience.
Mm.
That's like some
Separate,
other shit.
yeah.
I guess it's in the same area, but it's like you don't get to see the dinosaurs or like the Jurassic Park shit. To see the Jurassic Park shit, you had to book a lower package. And so like it was a big mess, a big confusion, and like so we ended up canceling it and then try to rebook the other one, but then they wouldn't rebook it. And then we're like, okay, what the fuck do we do now? So we went to a different ATV area, which was pretty cool. The people were pretty chill, and like they fucking gave us like a private beach for the day. So like they're like, well, because we told them, we're like, yo man, we paid like this much money and like we rode ATVs for like 40 minutes, like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
We're like, this is kind of bullshit, you know? And they were like, oh, whoa. She's like, you come back all day and like use this beach over here. And we're like, what beach? And like they legit walked us out to like this little path. And there was a fucking beach like chilling by itself. And they're like, oh yeah, we own this area. Like you could just use this beach. And we're like, when? And they're like, all day. And we're like, all day. And they're like, yeah. So fucking we went out, we left, we went shopping a little bit, then we came back to the beach. And it was pretty cool, man. It was kind of sketchy, like being out there by yourself. It's kind of weird. There's no lifeguard or nothing. So you're just out like in this beach by yourself. But it was pretty nice though, too, because it was like, where the fuck else are you going to get a beach by yourself in Hawaii? You know?
Yeah. And
So
it's
that
cool
was
to see the
pretty cool.
turtles out there. You know, the longer you're out there, the more you see.
Yeah, so it was pretty dope. That was cool. But yeah, that Jurassic Park thing we didn't do because I guess we fucked it up. I don't know. The booking was weird. All right, like you'd figure with the deluxe package you get everything, but apparently you don't. It's like, then what the fuck is the point of the deluxe package?
Right.
And they're like,
Yeah.
oh, it's like a nature scene bullshit. Like, we don't want to see nature. I want to see dinosaurs and shit.
Right. That's what the kids want to see.
Yeah, I wanted to see dinosaurs, man. Fuck the kids. I'm like, I want to see the dinosaurs. But no, Gunny. They were like, no, that's part of the Jurassic expedition or some other bullshit they called it. They're like, that's fucking dumb. We told the lady, you're fucking stupid. This is stupid. And yeah. It was
Right.
pretty
See
weird.
those marketing gimmicks they do online. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next time
And
I
then-
think you got to show up at like, I think at like 10 or 11 in the morning or something. And then you can
Show up?
choose your package. Yeah.
Well, we tried to book it the day before. They were like, oh, it's already booked up. We're like, oh,
Oh,
whatever.
never mind.
Fuck you guys. And then I saw lots of chickens everywhere in Hawaii.
Yes. They are all over downtown Oahu. I was like, what's up with all
Everywhere,
the
dude.
chickens?
Fucking chickens everywhere. Running around loose everywhere. Chickens and motherfucking cats. Cats and chickens everywhere, dude. There's
I think that-
cats
so-
and chickens.
The
You'd
tour
think
bus
cats would
driver.
help take care of the chickens, but
No, the cats
Yeah.
don't give a fuck about the chickens. They just chill with the chickens.
Yeah.
cats
Now
are
they're
just chilling.
friends.
Yeah.
So apparently, Jesus, the story goes, this is from the tour bus driver, that whatever fucking tornado from the late 1990s, like, I guess it hit a chicken farm, and then they just populated all of fucking Oahu, I guess, like just got flung around. That's
Got
what he
flung
said.
around.
I don't know if I believe it, but
tornado threw them from Kansas and they
Yeah.
ended up in Hawaii. Now they're
they
just
came from
living there.
Australia. I don't know.
Oh, shit.
Or whatever closest
It-
landmass, San Francisco.
But there was fucking chickens everywhere. Them motherfuckers did not care either. They were just all over your shit, man. If you were like eating outside, they would just come up to you and shit and like try to steal your food. You're like, get the fuck away from me, chicken. And the fuckers would jump like on your table and shit. Like, get the fuck out of here. Fucking
I know, you're like,
the
you're gonna end
Canadian
up on my
geese around
plate.
here. Them things are everywhere, and
yeah,
I know we
they're
used to go to our zoo every once in a while, and all the Canadian geese would be everywhere, and they'd be like in the food court area, and
Yeah,
they'd be trying
man.
to eat your food all the time.
fucking chickens do not give a fuck. And then cats everywhere, dude. Cats all over the motherfucking place. You know, and one thing I learned in Hawaii is the cat is the largest predator they have on the island.
Hmm.
Are we
Yeah.
talking about a kitty cat?
Yeah, like a kitty cat, like a house cat.
Okay.
The house
I
cat
was
is the
thinking panther.
largest.
There's like lion.
No, they don't have animals over there. Like their biggest predator is the fucking house cat. I'm like, the house cat is the biggest predator out here. I guess besides a shark or something in the water, but
There's no dogs.
I guess the dogs aren't
Dogs are not predators, though.
yeah, dogs
Yeah.
aren't predators. They're more scavengers or whatever.
Yeah.
They said that the cats are actually like the largest predator out there. Like they'll hunt
There's
shit.
probably no mouse problem at all. Period.
Oh, you'd be surprised. I saw some rats, bro, on the beach.
Ew.
Yeah,
Yikes.
I saw a rat on the lifeguard thing. It was nighttime, and my girlfriend's like, I saw something. I'm like, yo, is that a fucking rat up there? And I shone my light up there, and there was a big old like ratatouille looking motherfucker just chilling on the fucking lifeguard thing. He's just sitting there. He's looking at me. He's like waving at me and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? And then he's just like running around, and he's like, that fucker could jump, dude. Even though he was like big as fuck, rats can jump like pretty far. I didn't know this, okay? That motherfucker could jump. Right? He could jump far. I saw this motherfucker jump like a basketball player, like 5 feet in the air, dude, and land on top of this other box, and he just kept running. I told my girlfriend, that's fucking sketchy, dude. Big old rat. Oh, and I saw some roaches. Some
Oh
big
yeah,
old roaches.
humid, hot area. Yeah.
Like those, not like the little roaches either. Like I'm talking like those big jungle fucking looking roaches. Like
Yeah.
big ones.
I see them when I go to Fiji.
I saw some of those fuckers.
Huge.
Yeah, and then we went to the Dole plantation, and there was cats all over that motherfucker. I'm sure there was mice all over the fucking fields or whatever, because that's where they grow their pineapples and shit. But I'm like, what the fuck? Like this is crazy. Like, but the pineapples are really good. I gotta give them that. Hawaii has probably the best tasting pineapples in the world, literally. Because I'm like, this is fucking crazy. Like these people have pineapples for like $1 at the grocery store.
What about the coconuts?
I'm not a big fan of coconuts, but they did have them everywhere too. Coconuts and pineapples, every fucking where on the island. You can get a coconut, fresh coconut, or pineapple.
Yeah, the fresh coconut
anywhere.
juice, so good.
Anywhere, dude.
But they removed them from downtown Oahu. The coconut trees, they were falling on
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, hitting people in the head and shit, fucking people up.
Yeah.
Everybody's walking around with helmets.
No, they chopped them all down. I'm serious. Oh,
Yeah,
that's what the
but-
guy said. When people were asking about it, where's the coconuts?
But
They just weren't there. They were up in up there.
one
by,
other thing,
Dole.
one other thing I learned about Hawaii, dude. The people there, they're really nice, right? Is every time you're nice to somebody that's like giving you something, like say you go to the store and you're buying something, as long as you're really nice to the person that's giving you whatever experience you're doing, they'll give you extra shit for free. Like just constantly give you shit for free. Like just being nice to them, I guess like they're just nice back. It's really weird. Really weird. I've never experienced this anywhere else, but I got more free shit in Hawaii than anywhere else that I ever been to, dude. I was getting like free shit all the time. Like it was weird, man. I went to like the swap meet, right? And I went to order food, right? And I didn't pay attention, but the cash register was cash only, and I had a fucking credit card or my debit card, and I'm like, dude, I only have like cards, and he's like, it's fine. He's like, just go and get your food and pay me when you get your food. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go to the ATM right now then. So I went to the ATM, got money out, and I waited in line again. And then, he's helping the other people in front of me. And then he's like, okay, what do you want? I'm like, I already ordered. He's like, you already ordered? I'm like, yeah, dude, like 5 minutes ago, I just ordered food. I'm like, I'm here to pay you for the food that I ordered. He's like, well, what did you order? He had no clue what the fuck I ordered. I could have totally lied to the dude. I could have been like, oh, I ordered like one thing. But I ordered like $50 worth of food. It was like tacos and a sandwich or something. And I give him the money. And then next thing you know, he starts handing me extra shit. He's like, oh, all right, here's your food. Oh, here you go, man. This is free. I'm like, free? I'm like, why? He's like, because it's free. He's like, we made extras, so here you go. He just started giving me all kinds of shit, like extra sandwiches and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And I guess he was being grateful that I was being honest, because I could have just grabbed the food and left, without paying, because they just hand out the food on the other side. So I'm like, I guess he was being like grateful that I came back and paid, but I'm like, he gave me a lot of extra shit for free. Like, would have been a lot more money, but he just gave me free shit. Same thing with the ATV people. We complained about how short the ride was and how like they didn't like because they were supposed to take photos of the ride, and they kind of just only took like 3 photos when they were supposed to take like a lot more than 3 fucking photos. And the lady refunded us like half of our shit and gave us the free beach bullshit and all this other shit. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And these people, they just give away shit, man. Like free shit all the time. It's pretty cool. Pretty
Nice.
cool. Yeah.
Did
But
you
it was fun.
did you go to that? Did you go to that mall? The mall that they have where the Target in Oahu?
Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't that nice? That's really
Yeah.
nice. It's like a 2 or 3 story Target. I've never like
It's
you can take
kinda
your
weird,
shopping
though,
cart
like,
in there
you're
on
like-
the escalators.
It's really weird because you're like at Gucci, Louis Vuitton, and you got like fucking like Rolex and all these like fucking like high end stores. And then in the middle of all that shit is Target.
Yeah, I think there was
It's like-
Safeway or some
I told my
grocery store
girlfriend-
mixed in with it. It's
I
all
told
in
my-
one area.
I told my girlfriend, I'm like, one of these things doesn't belong here. Like fucking Target
Yeah.
in the middle of this
It's
whole area.
all
Like, what
smudged
the
together.
fuck?
Yeah.
But it was a really nice Target. It was really nice. But it
But
was
it had everything, right? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
it had laser tag, it had candy stores, like
Yeah.
everything for the locals, the tourists. Yeah, they have a massage parlor. Yeah, everything.
yeah, it's pretty
It was
wild.
nice.
So, but yeah, I definitely want to go back to Hawaii though. It was a pretty nice place, dude. It was actually like really nice. One thing I did not like though was the speed limits. Everything was like 45 or 25 or 35. Even the freeway is
This
The
the one
freeway.
freeway, right? They just have
Yeah,
one
that's
freeway.
a no go.
the
Yeah.
freeways are Mayo. The freeway is literally 25 miles an hour speed limit. 25 miles an hour for like the downtown section of Oahu. You go through that freeway, it's 25 miles, and it goes to 35. Then the highest that area goes is 45. And then there's like one stretch by the airport that goes 60. It's a pretty long stretch,
Yeah.
but not that much.
Right, from the airport to the downtown, right? Like that's pretty much
Yeah.
the freeway. I mean, the actual freeway without
Freeway,
crossings. Yeah.
The other one where it has like exits though, that one's all like 45, 25, 35. The speed limit there is like so low, dude. Every road, every side highway that you take is all 45, 35, 25. It's like, what the fuck? All these speed limits suck. Like,
So you're saying, what is it? I'm trying to remember what that one racing game is that takes place in Hawaii. Are you saying that's all like fantasy?
oh, yeah. There ain't no racing in Hawaii, bro. There ain't no racing over there.
There ain't a road long enough except
Yeah,
like what
there's
we
no
just
road
mentioned.
long enough. Yeah, the
What
freeway.
was that game?
maybe.
You had like the whole
Or
island. and
one
it's like
road
a
straight enough.
It's got like a live service. It's always online.
I don't remember.
I can't remember what it was now.
iRacing or something like that, or
No, it's not iRacing.
Yeah, but it was
I want to say some Ubisoft junk.
probably. But yeah, it was cool though. It was cool. The flight was very long and boring, but we flew at nighttime, so I literally slept the whole way here, dude. I didn't even know the plane had landed. All right, I'm just chilling, bro, because we're like in like one of those planes that has the 3 rows, the 3 seats on the left, the 4 in the middle, and the 3 on the right. So we're sitting in the middle, right? And all I hear is the pilot say like, I get up, I go to the bathroom, I go back to my chair. I'm using my Steam Deck, and then the lights come on. The pilot's like, "Stewardess, prepare the cabin for landing." And I'm like, "Okay." We're gonna land soon. All right, maybe like in 20 minutes or something. Next thing you know, we're pulling up to the gate. I'm like, "The fuck? The fuck?" I'm like, "When the fuck did we land?" I'm like, when the fuck did we fucking land? I had no clue we landed, dude. I'm like, what the fuck? It's just like we just landed. But I was really sick though. Like the last 3 days that I was there, dude, I was fucking super sick. I had like swine flu or something, man. I don't know what I got, dude, but I'm still kind of sick. So like, I don't know what the fuck I got.
Probably going to that homeless shelter restaurant, man.
It fucked me up. Something fucked me up over there.
Did you not wash your hands, Jesus, when you left?
Okay, truth be told, some of these bathrooms did not have a sink at all. Like I went to the bathroom at the park, it had no sink, bro. It was just gone. It had a mirror where the sink used to be.
Okay.
And I'm like, where the fuck's the sink? And like, no sink. It was just gone. Like someone stole this shit or something. Like it was just gone. It was just like a blank piece on the wall. Like what the fuck?
Something out of a horror movie. I don't know.
It was no, and then on the wall it had like some weird shit like "Rest in peace to so and so," I miss you. I love you. I'm like
The
the
things you
fuck.
point out, man.
I'm like the fuck. What the fuck is this? Like a like is
Jeez.
this like a death memorial in here? Like am I not
It's
supposed
probably
to
like it
use?
should have just said go use the ocean water. Yeah.
Like
That's what
I was
everybody
like,
else does.
am I not supposed to use this bathroom? Is this like a memorial to somebody that died
Yeah,
here? Or
yeah, it's a
something?
memorial to somebody.
I'm in there fucking peeing and shit. Like what the fuck? I don't know, dude. It was
That's
weird
why
as
it's
fuck.
fenced in, Jesus. You know, once you're using
No, there was no
it.
stink in there. I guess I don't know. It was weird. It was weird. I don't know. There was no one else over there. I'm like, I don't know. It looked like a bathroom to me. It had stalls and it had the urinals, and I'm like, oh, okay, but no sink. It had a mirror. Actually, it didn't even have
and there
the
was
mirror.
a chicken. And there was a
The
chicken.
mirror, the mirror was like gone. It had like the holes in the wall for the mirror, and I'm like, this shit's gone. Someone stole it or something. Though you know, the homeless probably stole it and took it to their camp. And
Yeah, you should have asked the king of Hawaii.
I should have went over
Yeah,
there.
at the
Hey king,
McDonald's.
hey king, and he, what the fuck? Your shit has no sink over here, man. What's going on? Another thing that I noticed that was really weird over there, Gunny, is all the cops drive with their lights on, like the little blue lights on top of their car.
Yes, yeah, kind of like how I experienced New York City. Yeah,
It was
Manhattan
weird. It was
area.
like they all just drive with their lights on. It's constantly their lights are always
They do
on.
the same thing in Fiji Islands. They always drive with the flashing red lights on. Yep.
Is the
Just
blue?
constantly,
They have the blue lights on in Hawaii. It's like these little blue lights. They just have them on all the time. Like what the fuck?
Did you
Like,
did you notice too
It
where
just sounds to me like mall security. Like I see the mall.
No, I legit
except,
thought it
except in
was
blue, not yellow? Yeah.
I legit thought it was, and then no, my girl was like, no, that's the actual police. I'm like, oh wow, that's the actual. But I didn't see no state highway patrol either. I don't know I don't even think they have them in Hawaii because I didn't see one. And I'm telling you, when I say I drove around the whole island, Gunny, I legit drove around the whole island, dude. I went down the whole coast, and I did not see one state trooper. I'm like,
I think it's all like Oahu police or something because it's like the only police
You
department
try going
in the whole
50, one might
freaking
have found
island.
you.
Even though it's a decent sized chunk of it, but
yeah,
it
was
I
weird.
shouldn't say that, but the southern part of it is Oahu.
Yeah, because there's other parts, right? There's like, was it the other one called like Connie or something like that? Somewhere.
Yeah, then there. You know what
Look at
Pearl
all this
Harbor
shit.
is? That's like a different city altogether. Yeah,
Yeah,
which
that
is
Pearl
nice. I thought it was
Harbor.
a nice city. Yeah,
Isn't that called Pearl City?
that's
Or
it. Pearl
Harbor?
City. Yeah, they had some nice areas and
Yeah,
the
we went there.
museums and
Pearl Harbor was pretty dope. We went to the memorial, the Arizona Memorial, and it was pretty cool. We saw this ship coming in, and all the sailors were standing on the deck saluting the Arizona or whatever as they were going by. I'm like, that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. You know, it was cool.
I gotta say,
You know, I'm in my head though, Gunny. All right, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Playing like Medal of Honor and shit. Okay, I pictured Pearl Harbor to look way different than what it looked like in real life. It's legit like in the middle of the city, dude. And I'm like,
yeah,
how
by
come
that
in the
train,
video-
that new train they put
Yeah.
in,
I'm
yeah, the
like, how
new
come-
kind of BART train like thing.
yeah. I'm like, why?
Light
why
rail,
in the
whatever they wanna
video
call it?
games? In the video games, it seems like there's nothing out here but these boats. But when you look at the photos of how they had the boats parked and docked when Pearl Harbor happened, it's like, no, the city is right here. Like this shit's like right next to the city, dude. Like in the middle of this, it's pretty much like in the middle of the city, kind of. It's bizarre. I'm like, how the fuck all that shit went down in the middle of the city? Like fucking planes coming in and bombing the fuck out of these guys.
Well, I
I'm like,
asked. Okay,
that's
so I
fucking
asked the guy.
crazy.
I asked the guy. You know where you park at, where the visitors park, and then I
Yeah.
asked the guy. I go. I think when we got to the gate, and I go, "Hey, where does that other road go?" And he goes, "Well." He goes, that goes actually, I think that part actually goes out to where all the ships are, if there's any, ships to be had out. Because that's, he said, oh, you need to have your badge or whatever. He's thinking of
Like the
military.
Navy, yeah.
Yeah, Navy, Coast Guard was all further out because when you get to, once you get inside the park, you can see across where, you just kind of see another fucking island out there.
Ships. Yeah, all the other ships.
And I guess they're on the other side. I don't know. So, and then there's like an Air Force base right there nearby. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah,
I think there's an Air Force base somewhere in that
the memorial,
vicinity.
that Pearl Harbor area though, where they have like all the shit for like all the memorials for Pearl Harbor, like the little museums and stuff. That stuff is really cool. But just a heads up to anyone that goes out there is don't take any bag
No, no
That's like
purses.
no purse,
Leave it
no
in the car.
backpack. Leave it in the car because those motherfuckers charge you $7 to store your bag in a
Yes.
plastic bag, and they keep it for you. And even though we had three little tiny bags, we told the
Yeah.
lady, we're like, "Can we put these three bags in the same plastic bag?" She's like, "No, each one
Yeah.
has to have their own different bag."
Yeah, it's
And
crazy.
we're like, "You want us to pay $21 to fit these three little bags in three different
Yep.
bags?" She's like, "Yes." I'm like, "That's fucking stupid." She was like,
It
"What did you
is. It
say?"
is kind of.
She's,
Yeah, it
she's like,
is.
"What did you say?" And we're like, "That's fucking dumb." We're like, "That's fucking stupid." We're like, "What kind of dumb?" She's like, "You watch how you talk to me." I'm like, "I don't give a fuck how I talk to you, dude. Who the fuck are you? Fuck you,
Yeah, it's a
lady."
private company thing, and then so yeah, I guess I was lazy because
Pissed
then
me
I
off.
did pay it.
Oh, I took my
I kind
shit
of
back to
like.
the car, bro. I took my shit
Did you?
back to
I
the
didn't do
car.
it. I paid the
I did.
$7.
No,
Yeah.
fuck that. I was like, "Fuck you, lady. I'm leaving. I'm leaving." And I
But I
took my
will say
shit back
this,
to the
Jesus.
car.
I will say this. So when you get in, okay, you've got to pay extra for the museum. I didn't
Yeah.
know that. And then they put like it's what people, the food truck, roach coach, whatever
Yep.
you want to call it. So that was on the other side of that little gate. But I gotta say, the couple of people that were really nice, maybe because I was real polite to them, like, hey, you locked the food in on the other side if I wanted something from there, but we got to pay extra. And the guy was really nice. He goes, you know what? Just go order food. It's fine. You're fine. I'll let you in to
Nice.
go order food. I was like, okay. So
Nice.
yeah, like you only had the one choice, I think, on the other side. But yeah. And then the other bum thing, Jesus, was if you want to go out and see oh man, I know my dad would beat me if he was alive. Go see the memorial out where they have that white thing, where the ship sunk.
Arizona? Yeah,
The
yeah.
Arizona. So yeah, like we could only get 2 reservations, not 3. So that's why we didn't go out
Really?
there. Yeah, and you got to do it ahead of time.
We did it way
Um,
ahead of time. Yeah, we did ours
yeah.
like way ahead of time. Yeah, that was. But honestly, Gunny, I don't even know if it's worth it, bro. Because okay, we got on the boat. Like you go inside this room, and then they kind of tell you a story about. I don't know if it's the same story for everyone, or they pick a different sailor every time. But the park ranger will kind of tell you like, hey, this is the story of so and so who was aboard the USS Arizona, whatever. They got deployed. They were 16 years old. They lied to the Navy. Blah blah blah, and then they died or whatever, right? And then you go out on the boat. You go out there, brrr, in this fucking boat. There's being driven by like a Navy guy or whatever. And you go out there and you dock and you get off. And as soon as you get off, the other people that are leaving are getting on your boat to leave to go back. And then you walk in there. You don't have much time really to even look at the Arizona because right away the lady's telling you to go forward to give a presentation. And then you go forward and they have like all the names of all the people that died on the Arizona, I think. I'm pretty sure it's just the Arizona because I don't think it's all of Pearl Harbor. I'm pretty sure they have all the names of everyone that died on the Arizona or whatever. And then so you go in there, she tells the story of like all these people, right? And people that got buried on the Arizona afterwards. Because I guess some sailors that survived decided to be buried at the Arizona when they died or whatever. Because they wanted to be with their brother or their dad or their family members. So I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then right away you leave there and you're pretty much lining up to get back on the boat to go back to the dock, to go back to the land. So it's like a real quick, like probably honestly like a 5-minute thing. If anything, 5, maybe 10 minutes at most. It was like really short. I'm like, well, this kind of sucks. Like I wish it was a little bit longer, but I mean, I get it. You're just looking at a boat in the water. And
taking some pictures real quick. Yeah,
you gotta be like real respectful, real quiet. Like you can't be loud. Everyone's quiet. Everyone's like whispering. You look down, you see all these like you see that boat was pretty fucking big, and I'm like, God damn, that's a big fucking ship, dude. Like it's pretty long. And then fucking you just go back on the boat and go back to the dock and then look at the other stuff. But they have a lot of cool shit, a lot of different things. They talk about how the Japanese tricked the United States and all this shit, like how they got like the dude who came up with the plan and all that shit. That shit was real cool to learn, man. I'm like, that's fucking crazy. They have like a model of the aircraft carrier the Japanese used. I'm like, that thing is crazy looking. I guess they put mattresses on the ship. They put mattresses on the fucking like how like it's a big aircraft carrier, right? It has like the big like tower in the middle where like they drive the ship and like whatever communications or whatever devices in there. But I guess around that fucking tower, the Japanese put a bunch of mattresses tied to that fucking thing, just in case the United States went to bomb them. The mattresses would protect them a little bit more. I'm like, that's like so
Like-
fucking ghetto.
Like a harbor or something, or like just getting flung around.
Yeah, like a bunch of mattresses tied to the to the like this fucking ship just to protect it a little bit more from shrapnel. I'm like, that is so
Wow.
ghetto, but
Yeah.
it's like kind of smart. I'm like, can you imagine going to bomb a boat and you see a bunch of mattresses tied to it? You're like, what the fuck?
I mean, yeah, metal hurts when it enters the body, right? So
A bunch of mattresses, but it was on the outside of the ship, Gunny. Like a bunch of mattresses on the outside of the ship. You're like, what the fuck? But
crazy.
yeah, it was pretty cool, though, man. Honestly, that the whole experience was cool in Hawaii. That Pearl Harbor was pretty cool. It was kind of sad seeing all that shit, honestly, but it's like kind of cool at the same time. But like I told you, in the back of my head, the whole time I was thinking, this shit is not how I expected it to look like. Okay, all right. I've experienced this shit in Medal of Honor before. I know what this looks like. It didn't look like that, Cunny. Okay, all right.
Not the same. Not the same in real life.
No, not the same. And like honestly, I'm thinking like, why don't we get like more World War II games with that shit? That shit would be crazy. With like the graphics we have nowadays, dude. Man, that shit would be wild. But yeah, it was pretty
Play
cool.
Battlefield. Play Battlefield.
Play Battlefield, which I did. But yeah, that was cool, man. It was a cool experience. It was cool learning about not just the Arizona and how it went down, but learning about all the other ships that were in the battle and how like some of them like were able to like they got like fucking bombed the fuck out of, and they were like they didn't fucking sink. I'm like, how the fuck did that not sink? And it's just because of some of the shit that the captains were doing. Like they were running the fucking ships aground, dude. So like they wouldn't sink. They would just run them into the fucking side of the fucking island and be like, fuck it, we're gonna run this fucker into the island so it doesn't sink. And they just did it. I'm like, that's fucking ballsy, dude. Like, that's crazy. I couldn't imagine the fucking chaos that ensued during that shit. I'm like, that must have been because they were like, yeah, everyone was just chilling. Everyone was just chilling. And all of a sudden, all these fucking planes started coming down, bombing the shit out of everything. I'm like, fuck, that must have been chaos, dude. You just imagine everyone's just chilling, everyone's drinking or just, chilling on a fucking morning. And then fucking next, your fucking planes are coming down, bombing the shit out of you guys. And then the U.S. apparently didn't even have like enough fighter jets to fight these fucking planes that were coming in because they bombed all the airfields in Hawaii first. That's fucking nuts. The Japanese were pretty smart about it. They all flew in, they bombed all the airfields, and then they started bombing Pearl Harbor. It's like, goddamn, these fuckers were not fucking around. They had a pretty good plan. Yeah. And what I also didn't know, Gunny, is that there was 2 waves of attacks, not just the one. They got attacked twice. And it was like 2 hours apart or some shit like that. I'm like, that's crazy. Can you imagine thinking...
I remember that
like,
movie.
Oh, we survived. And then, boom, 2 hours later, more fucking planes come. You're like, oh, fuck.
I think I remember that movie with Christopher Pike. I forgot what it's called, but yeah, wasn't there a town that they attacked too or something?
I don't know. They attacked a bunch of shit, though. Like I said, they bombed all the airfields around the island, which I think the United States had, like, they said 5 airfields on Hawaii, like a lot of airfields. And they fucking, like, bombed the shit out of all of them. So the U.S. couldn't get, like, any fighter planes out to fight them back. And the few that actually got out to fight them back was, like, a handful of planes. Not even, like enough to, like, put up a fight against 500 fucking planes that were coming in. You know what I mean? Because they said, like, the first wave was like 500 fucking planes, and the second wave was like another 500 planes. So like 1,000 fucking airplanes came towards Hawaii and started bombing the shit out of this area, and they were 2 hours apart from each other. So the first wave flew back, the second wave was coming, and they just fucking, I'm like, that's a lot of fucking airplanes, dude.
Yeah.
I was thinking to myself, fuck, did one aircraft carrier carry 1,000 airplanes? I guess they were pretty small back then, huh? I don't know. That just seemed wild to me. The whole thing is fucking mind-blowing when you go there and start realizing, like, just the scale of the shit, like, how crazy it was. I'm like, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, and the kamikazes, that was pretty insane stories on those.
The kamikazes, the soldiers that like they said that the United States actually was able to fight them back pretty good, like during the second wave. They said somehow like the US, like even though they just got fucked up by the first wave, like somehow during the second wave they were able to put up a pretty good fight and like take down quite a bit of them. I'm like, that's fucking crazy. Like could not imagine, dude, what those kids went through back then. So a lot of them were kids, man. A lot of them were like 16, 17, 14 years old and shit.
Yeah.
Out signing up for the Navy and shit and lying to the military recruiters about how old they were. And they're out there fucking doing all this crazy shit. I'm like, that's fucking crazy. But yeah, anyways, it was a cool experience, man. I recommend Hawaii to anyone that wants to go out there. You want to see chickens and cats and the Dole Plantation and have some Dole Whip and see
no
Pearl
sinks.
Harbor and no sinks and have some Spam and rice for breakfast.
Oh yeah, got to get that at McDonald's. Yeah.
I got that. Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. It was dope. Anyways, it's video game talk time. And speaking of video games and speaking of battles, I played Battlefield. What a surprise, huh?
I know, I'm shocked.
You were not. You were not expecting that.
More
You were not.
talk.
You were not expecting that, were you, man? I know. I got you, dude.
You did.
Yeah. So I
You had a
played some
fighter
more,
jet?
some more Battlefield. Yeah, I'm doing the pretty much what I'm focused on in Battlefield is doing the class challenges because there's these stupid class challenges they have, right? Like they use the engineer and get blah blah blah. So many kills with the fucking rocket launcher, take down so many airplanes, do so much damage. So I got the engineer one almost all the way done. I only have to do like a few more things for it, but I've been really focused on the assault class, which was like stupid, ridiculous. The stupid fucking shit that they require you to do for the assault class is dumb. So dumb. I hate it. I'm like, this is the stupidest shit. I fucking hate this. But I want to unlock everything, so I have to do these challenges. And right now I'm on the last tier of the challenges to get like the last fucking thing for the assault. And the fucking challenges, what was it? Like get like 15 kills with an assault rifle over 50 meters out. So like someone has to be over 50 meters away and you get kills with them. So that's not too bad, right? Because you can usually get that pretty organically just by playing. The other one though is get 60 kills or assist with the fucking grenade launcher. And you know how many grenade launcher how many like grenades you get with the grenade launcher when you have it equipped, Gunny? You get 3. You get 3. That's all you get. And you better hope you kill someone or you injure someone enough where someone else kills them and you get the assist. And you got to do that 60 fucking times. It is taking me for fucking ever to get that done. And so like I've been trying to focus on playing like Breakthrough because I'm like, okay, I know Breakthrough, like, because Conquest, it would be hard to do, right? Because everyone's kind of spread out everywhere. So like using a grenade launcher isn't really like the best fucking thing to be doing in Conquest. I learned that. So I'm like, I'm going to play Breakthrough because like, you know, everyone's kind of bunched up going towards the same objective. I figure if I shoot my grenade launcher over there a few times, I might get like something. So trying to do that. And it kind of is working, but kind of not really. I'm at like 20 out of 60 right now. So it's going to take me a while, I think. I think it's currently double XP weekend also in Battlefield, in case you didn't know. Or it was double XP weekend. Sneeze. But yeah. That's what I've been doing in Battlefield. I've been playing a lot of Battlefield. So yeah. The new map is really cool though. The California map is called Eastwood. It's a really cool map. I really like that map. That map, it feels like a Battlefield map. You know how the other maps people were complaining they're too small, too confined or whatever for a Battlefield game. Like everything feels kind of like too close together. Eastwood actually feels like a true Battlefield map where you're like in this giant like neighborhood in California and it's like houses everywhere and everything can be destroyed. All the houses are destructible. So it's so fucking cool when you play a match like Breakthrough or Conquest or whatever in it because everything's just fucking getting blown up left and right. Walls are coming down, building fucking tanks are driving through houses and taking the whole house out. It's so fucking cool because the whole house comes down, right? If you take all the walls on the bottom, the whole top comes down. It's pretty fucking dope. I really like that map. It is a pretty big map also. Like that map is actually quite large for Conquest. And it's fun though. It's fun. So
Nice.
I've been playing quite a bit of that. Besides that though, I did end up playing before I left to Hawaii. I ended up playing Ark Raiders or Ark. What the fuck's it called? Ark? Is it just called Ark?
Arc Raiders.
Yeah.
Ark Raiders.
Arc Raiders
yeah.
something, right? It's got a third word to it, I think.
No, it just says Ark Raiders.
Okay.
Anyways, I played Ark Raiders thanks to Nipron. He gifted me this game. And he was like, Jesus, I really want you to check this out. I think you'll like it. Let me know what you think on it. So I played a few hours of it. And Ark Raiders, it's different, dude. All right. So, like, I know we've all played Tarkov and shit like that, where you go in, you loot stuff, and you leave, right, Mayo? Like, that's the goal, right? You're trying to get better gear, better equipment. Well, Ark Raiders is kind of like you go in with an objective. Usually you have like you select, so the main menu or the menu that you're in the lobby or whatever you're in before you launch into the game, you select your missions. So there's different ones for the vendors will have different missions. The main person handler will have like a mission, or the vendors will have missions for you. And so you select which ones you want to do. You're like, okay, I'm going to focus on this one or that one. And then you select, okay, I'm going to do these 2 missions. And it'll be like, get 3 scraps of this and 1 piece of fucking tape and a rubber duck and a crowbar and a broken bottle of glass. And you're like, okay, cool. I can find all this. And then there's like, you open up the map. When you select your missions, you open up the map. Then you have 6 different areas you can go to. And they're all kind of like set by difficulty. So there's the top one that's like the highest difficulty. There's the other one that's like medium, normal, and the one on the bottom is set to easy supposedly. But
so different zones.
Yeah, that you spawn into, because it's not the whole map. So like this is the map that you're gonna spawn into. There's like 6 different maps, and you spawn into a certain map. So you start off obviously at the beginning of the game. I was playing on the easy one, and I got in there. First match I'm playing, dude. First fucking match I'm playing, right? I'm in there, and there's like these robot things in the map. There's like these robot machines. It kind of reminds me of like Skynet or something, because there's like these little drones that fly around, and the drones will have like they'll be making like little beeping noises and shit. And you hear them fucking flying by you, and you can see like a little spotlight on them, and they're scanning shit. And they're pretty good about detecting. Like if you make a noise, they will turn towards you and start like scanning for you. And if they spot you, it turns red. It starts shooting at you. Sometimes it'll shoot out like a flare kind of type thing. And when it does that, it means it's calling for backup. So more drones come in, like they come down from the sky or something. Like they just like boom, 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 come down, and then they all start shooting at you. Anyways, first match, I get in there. I'm like, okay, the graphics are really good in this game. Holy shit! I'm in there, I'm playing, and I go into like this, like it was like I think it's like a power plant or something that I was in, like some kind of power plant building, and I'm in there, and so I'm opening up the map. I'm like, okay, what's the goal here? My goal is like I had to get 3 pieces of metal and like get this fucking scrap thing or whatever. I'm like, okay, I guess I have to loot things to get this. So there's like loot boxes around the map. There's like these boxes you can loot. You can loot cars, you can loot drawers, etc. So you want to go into like buildings that, have loot and get it and leave. And there's different elevators on the map. So there'll usually be like, I want to say anywhere between 5 to 7 elevators on the map, depending on how big the map is. There'll be an elevator pretty much near you everywhere you go. So there's kind of like an elevator, usually within 10 minutes of you walking somewhere, that you can get to an elevator to extract. When you call the elevator, it starts making a bunch of fucking racket. You have to kind of hide while the elevator's coming up. And then the drones come in, of course, and they start scanning around the elevator because they hear the noise. Once the elevator comes up, it opens the doors. You can shoot the drones or just run into the elevator You type the code into the fucking little terminal. It's like you just press X or whatever. The guy starts typing, the doors close, and you've extracted with whatever you have on you. Now, the crazy part is during that time, anyone else can extract with you. So anyone near that elevator can also use that same elevator to extract. That creates a lot of tension because there's real players in this shit, Gunny. So you got to deal with the robots and the real players. And so playing solo, I was in there. I'm in this fucking like building, right? And I'm walking around. I'm just looting shit, just do. And then I hear like footsteps, and I'm like, oh fuck. I'm like, footsteps. I'm like, do they have like Terminator robots or what the fuck is that? Footsteps. And I hear like someone like scavenging through shit. I'm like, that must be another player. So I kind of run into him, and he's like, hey, whoa. I'm like, hey, whoa, buddy. And he's like, are you friendly? I'm like, are you fucking friendly? He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, then I'm friendly. And he's like, oh, all right, mate. He's like, what are you doing? What mission are you on? I'm like, I literally just started the game like 5 minutes ago. He's like, oh shit. He's like, you're brand new, huh? I'm like, yep. He's like, all right. He's like, here, I'll help you out. For some reason, Gunny, this dude gave me a cat bed. I don't know why.
He gave you a what?
A cat bed. Like a kitty cat bed. Like a fucking
What a nice guy, Mike.
Like from
Listen,
Hawaii?
yeah, this guy, okay, he gave me a kitty cat bed, and it was like a legendary purple epic item or whatever. It was like purple. Like, because the gear, all the gear has like loot score or whatever, like a gear score. That shit said like epic premium purple. I'm like, that must be like the best of the best. Like, I told him, why the fuck are you giving me a cat bed? He's like, whatever you do, put it in your locker and do not sell it. He's like, do not fucking sell it. He's like, you're going to need it later. You'll thank me for this. You'll need it later. And I'm like, okay, cool, dude. I'm like, can I just follow you around and loot whatever you don't want? And I think he was looking for bandages or something like that. He's like, oh, I'm looking for bandages or like some kind of like cloth or some kind of cloth. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll help you look for some cloth. So we're looking around this building. Next thing you know, we run into like another player. And he's cool. So now there's 3 of us running around. Then we run into another player, and he's cool. Now there's 4 of us running around. Then we run into another player, and he's cool. Then there's 5 of us running around. Next thing you know, somebody aggroes like this giant fucking machine. It was like a big spider walking looking thing. And they fucking shot at it, and they started chasing us. And we all ran into this doorway and started shooting at it, and we killed it after like about 10 minutes. And then we looted it. I don't even know what I got out of it. A bunch of random shit. And then we all extracted, and then I never seen these dudes again. Going to my next match. I'm in some random area of the map because it spawns you in a random spot on the map. I'm like, okay, same map, different area. Gotta look for some shit. I'm running around looking for shit. Run into some dude. He's like, hey, you cool, bro? I'm like, yeah, are you? He's like, yeah, I'm just looking for shit. I'm like, okay, cool. So I put away my gun. He does too. And we kind of go about our separate ways. Nothing happened. It was weird. And then next match, same fucking thing. Nothing happened. I run into players. They're all just doing their own thing, man. Everyone's kind of just doing their own thing. I didn't run into a player that was aggro until I got into a higher difficulty fucking map.
Yeah, things got serious then, huh?
Because then it said, you've ranked up. You've unlocked this new map. And I'm like, cool, I want to go there. And I spawned in there, and it was like some fucking like, this map looked different. It was like more deserty. Like it was all desert, like sand dunes everywhere. There was a hospital in the middle, a shopping mall, some like high-rise towers. I'm like, oh, this looks fucking cool. I'm like, this is a different aesthetic. Like same kind of graphics, but different, like completely different looking, like all desert, no trees, no bushes, nothing to hide in, like besides cars and shit. And then I went into the mall and I got fucked up by some fucking special turret that was on the staircase. That thing, I don't know, bro. It spawned in like 50 fucking thousand robots and it killed me and I couldn't kill it. I spawned in that map again. I'm running around, and I got shot by someone. Someone shot me, and I was pissed off because I lost my gear. Because when you die in this game, it's just like Tarkov. You lose your gear that you leave.
Can you also insure it like Tarkov? Can you insure your weapons or armory thing?
No, I don't think you can. What you can do though is you do have a special pouch. So like if you have a really special gun that you don't want to lose, you can kind of put it in that pouch and you won't lose that certain item, but it's only for one item. Everything else is kind of like free for all. Like you're
Yeah.
fucked. You gotta just deal with the fact that you lost it. And then you lost it. Because when you die, you don't respawn back into the game. You obviously spawn back in the main lobby, back at your base, and you have to relaunch a mission. And I don't think it puts you in the same exact instance that you were in before. So I don't think you can not like try to respawn right back in right away and try to find your body. You know what I mean? I don't think you can do that unless you
Right.
can.
Yeah,
I'm
it's a
not
different
100.
instance, I'm sure.
I'm not 100% sure on that, but I don't think you can do that. I think it's a different instance, and so I don't think like that's how it works. But yeah, like I said, the game is kind of cool. It's an extraction thing, just like Tarkov, but it's very like people were saying that like for some reason playing solo is one of the ways to not run into a lot of hostile players. Everyone was saying like the solo players are very like willing to help each other. You know what I mean? Like if you
Right.
guys know, hey, there's a lot of robots over here. We both have to loot this area. Let's team up, kill all these robots, and we'll split the loot. You know, whatever you need, I'll let you get. Whatever I need, I get. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I have a question about that. So when you first start out the game, maybe not you as a new player, but what you know of, is there like just single player and then there's like a co-op up to 5
Yes.
or something? Is that
Yes,
kind of
there's
the
a
main?
co-op. There's a co-op thing. I think it's up to I don't know if it's up to 5 or 4. You play with 4 friends, and it puts you in a squad. But then you're in squad lobbies with other squads. When you're playing solo, it doesn't queue you into any squad lobbies. It queues you into solo lobbies.
Okay.
No, I don't know if the difficulty changes based on like being in a squad or being solo. There's more robots when you're in a squad or whatever. Because there's different types of robots. They got the little scanner flying drone things. They got the big spider walker things. They got like
I saw the
this
rolling things like in Star Wars. They got the little
there's like
rolly things that explode.
yeah, it's like this stupid little robot rolly mine that like if you walk into a room and that fucker's in there and it sees you,
Yeah.
It
It'll
it like
rock your
starts
world.
beeping. It starts beeping really loud, and it fucking starts going at you full speed, and it'll like chase you everywhere. And that motherfucker will not stop. It'll just run at you, and then blows up right next to you. So it'll kill you really fucking quick. And that shit is scary, dude. Because I walked into a few rooms where those motherfuckers were in there, and I didn't hear. Next thing I hear beep 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 beep. I'm like, oh fuck! I turn around, and that fucker was right on me. Boom, blows up. And then I hear a second one coming. I'm like, oh fuck! Boom, blew up, killed me right there on the spot. I'm like, dude, that is
Yeah,
some
I know.
bullshit.
I watched it on Twitch quite a bit, and like I noticed they like just kind of stood there for a second. I'm like, what are they waiting for? And then sure enough, 2 of the little rolly robots come flying out.
Yep. Yeah,
It's like they
they're
already
pretty.
knew experience. Oh,
They're
the other question I
scary.
had, Jesus. So when you meet these players, like, do you just go stand next to them and then you just add them as a co-op partner, or you just kind of go with the flow on it? Like, how does that work?
No, you're not playing co-op. You're still playing solo. So at any given time, if that player is lying to you, they could pull out a gun and just start shooting you in the back. So it's kind of just based on like your word and their word. Like,
Okay,
you're
so
not gonna
friendly
shoot each other.
fire is definitely off in this. Okay.
So like if you're playing solo and if you're playing solo and I'm playing solo and I run into you in the match, and I'm like, hey dude, and you're like, hey, and then I'm like, let's team up, and you're like, okay, and you put your gun away, and I could just shoot you right there. So it's really like a trust thing. It really is like
Yeah.
a
Yeah. Okay.
like a
I wasn't sure if
trust.
you
Like
go up
you
and then
gotta,
hey, add his friend, accept. Okay.
yeah.
It just seems so weird that you would go up to somebody and it's like that's the first question, like, "Hey, are you cool? Like, are you good?" It just seems like everybody's
Yeah.
gonna say yes.
Yeah, no, you know,
Yeah,
I would think.
Well,
I would think of
literally
it if you got.
everyone I ran into though, everyone.
Yeah.
First question, hey man, are you good? Are you cool? You cool? You friendly? Everyone. first question.
Hey, we did
after
that. We did that in Sea of Thieves, right? Didn't we do that there?
Well,
Kind of.
yeah. Remember
We're
Sea of
cool. We're
Thieves?
cool.
Same shit. Yeah, it's like the Sea of
Let's sail
Thieves
the
thing.
seas together.
Yeah, let's team up or whatever. Yeah, same exact situation in this game where you have some loot in your backpack and you're like, is this motherfucker gonna kill me and take my shit? Now I lose my backpack, I lose my gun. So like as you play the game though, the different items you're collecting, so like the scrap and the metals and the stuff, you can go back to your base and you start unlocking like this crafting tables. One of them is for like bandages and stuff and equipment. The other one's for weapons, and the other one's for like upgrades. So the bandages and backpacks and equipment, that stuff is really for like, hey, I want to build a better backpack to carry more items, or I want to build more bandages because I need bandages for the next run. Or the weapon station, of course, you build your guns there. To build certain guns, though, you're going to need blueprints. And these you can find by looting stuff, by killing robots and looting stuff and looting the robots and looting like high, was it security areas where like there's a lot of robots around there. You get these blueprints, and these blueprints, once you learn them, you're always going to know them. And then you can start crafting these different weapons and different, like, you can craft a silencer for your gun now. You can craft a level 3 assault rifle instead of a level 1. You can craft a different type of stock or a different type of magazine or a different type of rifle barrel or whatever, or a scope, different type of scope. And these guns look all kind of funky, right? Because they're all like it's supposed to be like an apocalypse type game where like the world has ended and everyone lives underground or whatever the fuck. The robots run the world. So like all these guns look kind of fucking ghetto as shit. It's like a fucking like a tuna can tied to like a fucking tied to like a shower rod with like a hanger, like a wire hanger as the trigger. And like just like it's like a bunch of shit taped together. That's what the gun is, right? So the guns look kind of weird. They look kind of shitty. Now I don't know if the more you level up and like the higher areas you go to, like maybe I'll be able to find like military grade guns or whatever, where like this actually looks like a real gun now. You know what I mean? Or like, am I always gonna be stuck using these hobo looking ass guns?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know about that, but there's also a perk system in the game. There's 3 different trees. The 3 different trees represent different play styles, apparently. One's for like being more like a I guess faster at looting. The other one's for like more health, and the other one's for like being more like better at weapons handling, like better, like reloading, whatever the fuck. You get better reload speed, better accuracy. You can shoot while moving, etc. So yeah, there's perk systems. You level up by pretty much you get XP every match by looting stuff. That's the main way to get XP. Every time you open anything you open, a drawer, a fucking door, a fucking chest thing, you open and loot that. You find stuff that you need. Every time you do something, it gives you XP, so that's kind of cool. And you level up quite fast in the beginning. I don't know about later on because I'm at level, I think it's like 20. And I've unlocked quite a bit of perks. The problem is the perk system, though. I don't think you can re-roll it. So I fucked up and started picking the perks that I thought I was gonna get into more combat. Yeah. And I realized I should have picked the perks that are like be quieter when you crouch, or be quieter as you loot, or be faster at looting. I'm like, I should have picked those perks because I'm not really running into gunfights. I'm running more into like I'm making a lot of noise and these robots start noticing and they start coming around and checking shit, you know? I'm like, I should be more like, like I should have picked those perks to be faster at looting or quieter or whatever. So there's that. There's a pretty, and like the perk system is extensive. Like that shit has like a lot of fucking perks. And the perks don't just have like, oh, you unlock this perk. No, there's levels to the perks. So like, you unlocked level 1 of this perk. Now you have to unlock level 2 of this perk. So you have to invest multiple skill points into a certain perk to kind of upgrade it all the way.
So is there, like if you level up high enough, could you get all the perks, or there's just a lot of different perks to where you kind of have to commit to a certain route?
Yeah, no, I looked that up because I was thinking, well, fuck it. Eventually I'll just unlock everything, right? No, there is a cap on the perks.
Oh, okay.
So they cap your points at like, I think they said 60 something or 50 something, and there's like 80 perks or 90 perks in
Oh,
total.
okay. So you're gonna have to give some up then.
Yeah. So you have to kind of like, yeah, you have to give some up to like, so you just can't be like a super ultra mighty fucking
Yeah.
god tier guy or whatever. You have to like
Yeah.
kind of figure it out and be like, okay, I'm gonna go this route instead of this route. So I'm gonna give up the
Right.
gun. I'm gonna give up the gun reloading for better armor or whatever the fuck, you know?
Is there a main story to this, or is it just purely just
There's a
looting?
there's a cutscene in the beginning, but there's no story. Really, it's
Oh,
like
okay.
there's a cutscene that tells you like, at first the robots came, and then something happened. I don't know, man. Listen, I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't even know what happened. Right? I'm pretty much like the Terminator happened. Okay, like I don't know. Fucking robots started attacking people, and the robots killed everyone. Apparently, or
So
something.
you're really, yeah, you're really the human in the Terminator universe, right?
Yeah, and you're living underground with all the other humans that live underground, and and yeah. But when you're underground in your base, there's no really walking around. Don't think of it like Destiny or anything like that. It's more like menus. You have a menu
Hmm.
to like go craft. You have a menu to look at you have a menu for your locker. You look at your locker items. And sometimes your locker will be full. So you gotta start selling items or deleting them or you can some items you can if you have the crafting table unlocked, you can use the crafting table to turn items into other things. So like cloth, you can turn that into bandages. Wire, you can turn that into something else. Certain types of metal you can turn into like better metal or ammunition, or you can turn it into like a gun piece that you need. Um, and everything does have wear and tear. Your backpack has wear and tear. Your guns have wear and tear. So the more if you like a gun a lot and you keep using it, just know that like A, you're probably gonna lose it because you're gonna die eventually, or B, it's gonna break and you won't be able to use it no more. So
You
there's that.
wait, did you say you couldn't repair it?
You can no, I don't think you can. I think maybe you can. I don't know.
So it just has degradation, like
Yeah, I
each.
think you can craft a new one if you know how to craft that gun. But like, say somebody gives you, say you run into your first match and some dude hands you like a fucking light machine gun. You're not gonna know how to repair a light machine gun because you don't know
Right.
how to make the light machine gun. So you're gonna use it and think this gun is awesome until it fucking breaks, and then you're like, oh fuck, now I'm stuck with the fucking big ass paperweight that does nothing for me. You know? But there is a store, there's a vendor for like ammunition and guns. There's a vendor for explosives. That guy gives you like flash grenades, smoke grenades, uh, grenades, fire grenades, whatever. There's another guy that gives you clothing. You can like buy different types of like backpacks and shit. And there's actually like an actual store in the game where you buy skin packs, which I mean, I guess if you're really into the game and you want to support the devs, you can buy a skin pack for your guy. Um, I didn't see anything in the store where like the microtransaction store that would give someone an advantage over the other players. I didn't see something like said, "Hey, Jesus, give us $50 and we'll just give you all the blueprints. You don't need to go scavenge for that shit. We'll just give them to you." No, none of that. So that's kind of cool. There's no like pay to win type shit at all. It's all really just
Purely
cosmetics.
cosmetic. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's all just like
Good.
outfits. Like, what is your guy wearing? What does he look like? Oh, he's wearing a white suit with the little blue stripes. Oh, wow, that's cool. All right, like, what the
Just
fuck?
give
Like,
me a yeah.
so there's no pay to win. And so, yeah, but like I said, the game is very different from what I experienced in Tarkov, where everything is you see something move, you shoot it. Even if it's a friendly, you shoot it. Mayo.
And then
Yeah.
ask questions
I
later.
was just thinking about that.
It,
Good
it
old Tarkov.
seems it seems like there should be like or maybe it's not trying to be like this, but some of those games they have like like a morality meter. Like if they've done if they've killed a lot of people,
Oh
then they
yeah,
kind of
that's a
have
good
like
one.
a skull next to their name or something.
Oh,
That way,
that's fucking smart. You
That'd
need to
be
hit
good
these guys
branding,
up,
right?
Evan.
On someone
Evan,
who's
email these guys right now. Tell them they need to add a
yeah.
morality meter.
Hey, maybe they're not trying to have the game like that though, because that's something I don't know. Maybe that gives
But
more
like, but like, what?
mystery to it.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, because it really is a mystery when you run into someone. You're like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
You're both kind of pointing your guns at each other, but I'm like,
Yeah.
holy fuck, this guy has a way better gun than I do. I know he's gonna fucking headshot me one shot, and I'm gonna try to shoot him, and I'm gonna do like nothing to him.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So it does add a lot of tension to like the running into people, running into the robots.
Yeah.
But there is so there's a thing in the game, Mayo and Gunny and Evan, called the Queen. And the Queen, she'll move to different maps. So there's like 6 different maps that you spawn in. She'll move to a different one. I think it's like every hour or every 2 hours, she'll move to a new map. And if she's in your fucking map, this thing is like unkillable, dude. Like everyone in the lobby has to pretty much commit to like, okay, we're all gonna go fight this thing like 45 deep. Like we're all gonna go and fight this one thing. Like everyone has to fight this thing at once. Like and a lot of us are gonna die on the process, but we're all willing to risk it, you know, to try to take this thing out because it has a lot of loot. And like I've seen it and like it's scary. I was like, fuck this. I'm piecing the fuck out of here. Nope. I'm piecing the fight the fuck out. Right back to the elevator. I'm piecing the fuck out. Bye everyone. Y'all have fun.
And
then
then the
it's-
snippets on
you lose
YouTube,
all
it's
your
pretty
shit.
tall.
Yeah, you lose everything. So it's like, fuck that, dude. I'm trying to level up and trying to get like I think one of the missions I have right now is get a dog collar. I don't know where the fuck you're gonna find a dog collar, but I gotta find a dog collar. I don't know why. I guess that's why that dude.
What is with the cats and the dogs and?
Listen, this dude
Right.
gave me
Somebody's an animal lover on the dev team, right?
this dude gave me a cat bed, dude. But now I got a mission to go find a dog collar for this person, and I'm like,
This is serious business here, man.
okay, I guess people that live underground during the fucking apocalypse really need a dog collar for their dog. Why would you need it? I don't know, but whatever. So
This is the most sought after.
I'll risk my life.
during an
I'm
apocalypse.
going to risk my life and everything I have to go get you your stupid dog collar because Fido needs it. Yeah, like fuck that. But yeah, so I don't know.
I don't know. I think it would be right. I'm just thinking if you're like, no, you must find the fucking case of Spam. You know, that's the most important thing, and a case of fresh water. Yeah.
No, it's just
too obvious. I think
random shit like find 5 scraps of cloth. Like what the fuck? 5 scrap? Where am I gonna find this? Because when you spawn on the map, like you can pull up the map that you're in, and it'll like have different like you show all the buildings and all the elevators and stuff, and it'll say like the middle is the military complex, and that's the high loot area. Like it'll say like loot tier like max. Like it'll be like this is where the best loot on this map is. And then you have the other areas. It'll be like this one has like medium loot. This one has the low level loot. This one has like whatever. Like it'll have different loot levels within the map that you're in when you pull it up. So that kind of also determines how many robots or how secure the facility is when you go into it. Because some places, guys, you'll go into like I went to these tunnels. I met this Asian dude who was wearing a cowboy hat. He's like, hey, hello. I'm like, hey, man. He's like, oh, hello, friend. Oh, the elevator left. I'm like, okay. I'm like, you want to go to the other elevator? He's like, yeah, let's go. And next thing you know, we're in these tunnels, running through the sewers. And I don't know where he went. I don't know where he went. He just like turned right and left. And I'm like, well, fuck you then. So then I kept going straight. I like hit these. I hit like these
probably
switches.
assume you knew.
I hit these
Korean.
switches, and these bridges fell down, and I kept running across, and I got inside this building, Gunny. That was like, you're in the high level loot area, and like there's robots all over the outside, fucking drones and shit walking around, flying around. I'm like, oh fuck. I go in there. I run into a door that was locked. It said like, you need a key card for this door. I'm like, a fucking what? It's like, you need the red level access key card for this door. I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean? I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that is. So I said, fuck it. I left and I ran across the map and I got to an elevator and left. But
so when you say elevator, you're talking about those things I see on Twitch or YouTube. They're just the metal structures with the they open up like windows. Like
they open up the doors. Yeah. On all sides.
Okay.
then everybody runs in there and hopefully no one starts shooting. Yeah, there's that.
I'll have to check this out, Jesus. I actually, when I was talking to Gunny before the show, I opened my Steam and I have it in my library. So I think my son picked it up since we family share,
Yeah.
and it's showing up in there, so I can install and check it out.
I mean, it's cool. I'll play with you, but yeah, I don't know. I heard that people can run it on the Steam Deck. You have to disable something within the files of the game on your Steam Deck. You have to go in and like disable something to make it run. But once you're in, you're good. I don't know though. I don't know if I'd want to play this on a Steam Deck. I don't know how well it would run. You know.
You probably if you muddy down the textures and then use FSR or
Because it looks really good. Like the game looks pretty, man.
the other program that increases frames, I can't think of the name of it right now. Yeah, I can see it running. It won't look that great, but
the game looks good, and it, like I said, it has a cool idea. I don't know if this game's for me though, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just so much tension going in. Like, knowing you could lose everything is so stressful to me. I'm like, I don't want to lose nothing. But what's cool about this game, unlike Tarkov, Gunny, is if you just want to go in there with like a borrowed like gear, like it'll be like use like borrowed gear or whatever. You gotta say like fuck it, you leave all your gear behind at the base and just get like this like shitty gear. Sometimes it's not that bad. Sometimes
you're going as a scav, as they say in
Tarkov. Yeah,
Yeah.
you'd be a scab in Tarkov. You can be a scab in this game also, but you're not really a scab. You're another player, but with shitty gear that you don't really care if you lose. But then the problem with that is I went in with that stuff, and the problem is that the backpack was so tiny compared to my backpack. I'm like, my backpack can hold like 20 items. This thing can only hold like 5. So it's
so lower risk meaning lower reward.
Yeah, so like you're like in there, you're like, oh fuck, like I got a shittier gun. I don't lose anything if I die, but like can't take much out with me, you know, unless I kill somebody.
Yeah.
And take their backpack. Now there is a pretty cool perk that I would recommend everyone who plays this game to try to go for first that I didn't know about until I like used up all my perk points on other dumb shit. There's a perk that lets you craft in the game while you're in the match. So you're in the match, you have shit in your backpack, you need to craft something. You can craft fucking bandages, a grenade, you can craft fucking armor, you can craft all kinds of shit. You can craft a fucking new gun and ammunition if you need it. If you have it like leveled up enough. You can craft all kinds of random shit on the go, which is super helpful when you're out of bandages, you know, or you need health, because the game is very stingy on that type of shit. You know, once there's no regeneration on your health. So if you take damages and your shield goes down, because you do have like a shield type thing, that thing goes down and your health starts taking hits, you're gonna be limping around, dude. And like just
I got an idea, Jesus. How about this? Give your cat bed to Mayo in the game. Start a new character, scratch that whole one that you have, and then start with that crafted one, and then have Mayo give you the cat bed back.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Right, so that way you don't lose it, and then now you know what to do with your perk points and where to put them. I don't know if in theory that should work.
That should work.
God.
You also have a little chicken called Scrappy the Rooster that's in your base that apparently he goes with you when you're out there looting. I never see him in the game, but apparently when you're out there looting, he is also looting. And when you come back to base, you have to go check on Scrappy, and you press like whatever button, you click on him, and it'll pop up like 5 different things that he looted. And it'll be random shit. It'll be like, he looted this and this and this. It'll be like just random ass shit. Like Scrappy looted this much stuff for you. And there's actually a perk points for Scrappy, and you can actually like upgrade him to be able to loot higher tier stuff or more stuff for you. So it's kind of like an extra, like, okay, you died, you didn't get shit, but Scrappy got you something. All right. He got you like a bandage or something. I don't know. He got you something, but he's a chicken, like a rooster. And you can also put clothes on him, like a little helmet.
Definitely an animal lover, Dev.
Maybe
we're putting chickens, hens, dogs, cats, related items in this game. We're not putting dogs. We don't want people shooting them.
But yeah,
But killing
but
robots is fine.
the maps though, man, it's a very pretty looking game. Like it's very like cool. The aesthetic of it is cool. It's like a it reminds me of that fucking show. What's that fucking show in on Apple TV? Severance. You know how Severance is kind of like a modern show, but like kind of like with like an 80s
Yeah,
vibe.
a little
like an
bit, little 80s in there, right? Yeah,
like an
with the
80s
cars and
vibe
the
with the
buildings,
cars and the
the
computers and
computer.
the that's what this is. This is kind of like an 80s vibe. It's obviously modern times, but like 80s vibe. Like all the computers are like old school, like little green screen computers, and like the buildings, everything looks kind of retro-y, like 80s style. But it's pretty cool aesthetic. That's what I would describe it as, 80s style. And everything's colorful. Like the suits, the jumpsuits that you wear, they're all colorful. It has a pretty cool little animation when you go to like launch, to go into like the surface to like it shows your guy walking and it shows him walking to like the little area where they're like getting up your like they're setting up your like launch pod thing, and then he gets in the launch pod and closes the door, and then it fucking shoots you out, and like it looks pretty cool. I'm like, that's pretty dope. But I'm like, it kind of sucks that they don't have like an underworld though, where like you can walk around and see the vendors and shit. That'd be a little bit more. I guess it'd just be a whole other thing they'd have to fucking do, right? Like we have to do all the art for all that shit and program all that shit. It'd be another 30 fucking gigs on your fucking hard drive just for that area. But yeah, cool little game. I think. Thank you, Nipon, for getting that for me. I will definitely probably play more of it. Now that I know Mayo has it, if Mayo plays, I'll probably play with him.
Yeah, we gotta check it out.
But yeah, there's also like a emote wheel. Of course, there's an emote wheel. The emo wheel has like different things. It has like like don't shoot. Like it'll have like your character say things out loud, or it'll have them do like different signs or whatever, like wave at somebody or whatever. The other weird thing about this game though, guys, that I do notice is so it's open mic when you launch the game, right? And you can set it to push to talk or whatever, which is what I did. But within that open mic thing in the settings, by default, it has an emulator on. And the emulator actually changes your voice to like whatever voice you pick in the game. So I think there's like 10 or 12 different voices, both male and female, going from like a deep voice to like a more squeaky voice.
Huh.
And you can pick one of those emulator voices to use in the game. So when you speak into your microphone, what the other player hears is the emulated voice. They don't hear your voice, they hear the emulated voice.
What's the purpose of that?
I have no clue what the purpose of that is. No idea.
I've not heard, maybe because I watch people that play through Discord. Not. Yeah.
I guess maybe if you
Maybe
make
you
a
can't tell who you're
make
playing agaagainst, age wise and stuff like that. Maybe I don't know.
I guess if you make a female character, you can switch your voice to a female. I don't know. Because you there's a whole create a character, right, where you create your character, like the face and all that bullshit, and you can pick a male or a female or whatever. Maybe it's for that, like you want to play a female, you can have a female voice or whatever.
This game is woke. You're going with woke,
I don't
man.
know.
I don't like it.
You can completely disable it. And I've looked on Reddit, and people on Reddit say that the people that use emulator voice are untrustworthy. Like just shoot them on the spot. Do not trust trust the robot voices, all right? The clinker voices are bad. Shoot them. Okay? But the non-clinker voices, the human voices, those are good people. You can trust them.
Huh. Interesting.
But
Yeah,
it's
it
really
is.
weird.
Yeah.
Like, because when you speak into the mic and you're telling someone to not shoot you, you can speak with a certain type of emotion, right? And you can hear the emotion when people are talking. You can hear the inflection in their voice or whatever. You kind of determine based on what you're hearing, this person is kind of being genuine right now, or they're bullshitting me, right? But with the emulator, it just sounds like whatever the fuck the character sounds like in the game. So there's no that real life or like real pitch in your voice when you go up and down when you're talking or trying to show emotion as you speak. It's not there because the emulator is covering it up. So it's kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I ran into people that were. I ran into one guy that was using it. He didn't shoot me. I was like, okay, cool. But then everyone else in the game was not using it. I don't know. I don't know, Mayo. It's up to you, Mayo, if you want to be the emulator guy or not.
Yeah, I'll figure it out once I get in there and mess with it.
You can use your female voice, Mayo. It's okay. I won't judge.
Mayonessa will bring your
Mayonnaise.
Oh my god, you're so sweet. Thank you for the
Oh my
loot.
god, thank you guys. You're so sweet. Oh my god. OMG. Thank you. No, but yeah, like so that's
I
weird.
still shoot
That's
you in the face, pal.
That's the
Take
one
your
thing
shit.
that I found kind of off-putting was that emulator. Because think about it, that Asian dude that I ran into with the cowboy hat, I would have never known he was an Asian dude with the cowboy hat if he had the emulator on. I would have thought he's just dude with the cowboy hat. But him being Asian with the cowboy hat, it made him seem friendlier. Because I've never met an Asian with the cowboy hat that was not friendly.
Me
But I don't know.
neither.
Exactly. How many Asians have you met that are wearing a cowboy hat that are not friendly, Gunny?
Yeah, I've met a few, like, yeah, they're usually, I'm not trying to stereotype, but they're usually Korean. Yeah. What the hell was I
Evan, how
playing? I
many
forgot.
Asians have you met with the cowboy hat that are not friendly?
None.
See, exactly my point. Every Asian with the cowboy hat,
Oh, World War
is
Z, I think
trustworthy.
we were playing with, a couple Korean people.
were they wearing
I don't know. I'm
cowboy
just
hats?
guessing they were from the accent. I don't know, but they were cool. Yeah. That was a fun game. Another fun co-op.
But yeah, so that's Arc Raiders. Like I said, once again, thank you to Nipron, big Nipron for supporting me with that. And yeah. Besides that, though, I haven't really played much else, honestly. Like I have other shit, but I haven't got to it, and I still haven't got to like the third or fourth episode of Dispatch Mail. I know you've you've probably already finished it.
No,
and I
I
haven't.
played it a lot. Well, I can't say a lot, like in one shot, and then I just kind of haven't gotten back to it. I think I'm on episode 4.
Oh,
I think I finished. I might have finished 4 and going into 5, but yeah,
okay.
it's good. So I'm not probably real far ahead of you. I can't remember. Have you had the point where you had to make a decision on who you had to cut from your team?
No. So I got to that episode. But I haven't made the decision. I'm still going through that episode, actually.
Yeah, because you basically have like this, series, and they're all like, I can't remember what the point was, but they're all kind of like sabotaging each other, and things are like going wrong and stuff, and you're like having a hard time with it as your character trying to dispatch. And then at the end, you got to like make a cut, right? That's why they were sabotaging each other, basically trying to make each other perform bad, so you would cut the other person.
Okay.
And you have to choose one or two characters to cut, and then I'm not sure how much the game will change by that. Because it tells you this person will remember that, or that person will remember that. You know what I mean? So like, I'm hoping it has some kind of bearing, like on how the game will go from there.
Yeah, you know who I think I'm gonna cut though? Honestly, just not even like knowing how they performed. I think I'm gonna cut that fire guy.
See, I can't remember if he's one of the options. I'm not sure if it's like preset. I think on my game, I had to choose between Invisigirl or the hawk girl looking person.
Oh, because no, I think you're right. I think it's because because there's a leaderboard.
Yeah,
I think, and I think
she's on the bottom. And then,
the chick tells you the blonde blazer chick tells you need to pick one out of the two at the bottom of the leaderboard to cut. Yeah.
And so then you got to make a decision, and then things will change, I guess, from there.
And I do remember her specifically saying that Invisigirl was one of them.
Because she's on the bottom of the board at this point, right?
Yeah.
And so and then like I said, you go to show up for work, right? And then all of these things start to go bad. Like they're sabotaged. Like the hero will be going to the event you dispatch him to, and all of a sudden you'll hear him say like, "Oh, this happened," and like the other, you got like pair up a lot of the heroes, and the other hero will sabotage the one they're with.
Yeah.
And then that one will perform, and then you're like, "Oh, this person didn't do their job," kind of thing, and it keeps happening, and then you gotta like basically figure out who you want to keep and who you want to cut between those two, and then it goes from there.
Okay.
So It's fun though. Like it gives you some, again, like when you get to the end of the chapter, how it shows you like what percentage of people have done what, and I can't remember what happened in the last episode choice wise because it's been a minute now.
Hmm.
But I had a couple where I was more the rare side, down like 20 percentile.
No
But
shit. Okay.
yeah,
How'd you like the first two episodes? Were they cool?
yeah, I liked the first couple episodes. They were pretty fun. It was interesting enough, like that first episode kind of went fast, right?
Yeah.
So you do the whole thing where you're in your suit and you lose it and all that stuff, and that one goes kind of quick. And the second one, it went quick. Did you get the vibes of like the guy that you meet him in the second one? He's kind of like a mentor of yours. He's like the janitor type guy, or he's in that one janitor room. He reminds me
Oh,
of Stan Lee.
yeah, the black dude. Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like Einstein, but he reminds me of
Yeah.
Stan Lee. Like they designed him like him,
Yeah.
like. But
Like full of wisdom kind of guy.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah.
yeah, but the voice and stuff too. Like just the way his like voices and then the like how he acts just
Yep.
reminds me of Stan Lee. Like he just like it was completely on purpose. So that was kind of cool. But yeah, I've been playing a little bit of that, and I also been playing. I know Evan wants to get in and talk about Ghost of Yotai. I am not. I'm assuming Evan's probably finished this game.
Oh
I know it's
yeah.
not. I know it's not real long. It seems like everybody I seem to be talking to has finished this game already, and like I have not. I played it in pieces. I don't think I've fought any like major bosses yet or nothing even really. I kind of cleared my first like base after I got my dual katanas. And then I kind of ended up running across this fort, and and you have to like pull your little spyglass out, and you find the main guy, and then I went through and pretty much was killing everybody, and I got in there and then killed the main guy, and then it shows a little cutscene, like how that main I can't think of that guy's name right now, Saito maybe
Uh,
Saito or something like that.
Lord Saito's the main dude.
Yeah, it
Like,
shows him, and they're talking.
yeah,
We have a problem, and he's like, deal with
yeah,
it, whatever kind of thing. But I like I like in the game how it makes her like seem like a badass, right? Like there's a couple of the scenes where she just walks into a room, and and everybody's like looking at her, and it gives you like a Western feel.
yeah,
You walking in, everybody's staring at you, and you just hand on your sword, and you're ready to like tear somebody up.
yeah.
And there's
So,
always like an enemy sitting in the room, right? And they all turn and you get their attention.
yeah,
It clears out the room, and you're like, okay, it's gonna go down. That's
yeah. So how
kind of
far? How did you? How far are you into the game?
like I said, that's not real far.
Not
So
far.
no, I did my first sport. I got the dual katanas. I did find that kind of interesting, like the switching from the one-handed katana to the dual.
Yeah.
When you start fighting the guys with the staffs and stuff like that, and like having to try to
Oh,
consciously switch weapons, it's seamless. But I find myself like trying to fight certain enemies at a time, right? Like if I
yeah.
get a two katanas, I'm trying to take out all the staff guys,
Hmm.
or the bigger guys. I know you can still use it against the other enemies, but it's not as effective. And then I'll
Yeah.
switch it up against the sword guys. But I really hate it when I get surrounded and there's like two staff guys and like two or three sword guys, and then you're like,
Yeah.
"Okay, which one do I want to use?" Because
Right.
then you switch one and the wrong guy attacks you, and you're like, "Oh shit, gotta switch back." You know,
Yeah.
and maybe I'll get more fluid with it, but that's kind of cool. So I like how the combat's different. Instead of using stances, you're
Uh-huh.
just using different kinds of weapons to counter. The other thing I really like is the random like the bounties. I've done a couple
Hmm.
bounties. I feel like I've done more side quest stuff than I've done the more of the campaign, right? So I've done probably 5 or 6 bounties already. And then I've done different like I found a lot of the springs. I did a lot of the things with the map where you buy the maps and
Yeah.
you basically got to figure out where the secret area is at. And
Uh-huh.
I've done a lot of those too. So like I feel like I'm getting my character a lot stronger. I just don't have the other weapons yet. But
Yeah. So that was what I was curious because I played it and my brothers played it and I've got another buddy who played it and I was curious how you played it because the way that it opens up is you kind of have 3 different paths you could take.
Mhm.
And from what it sounds like to me, is that it doesn't matter which way you progress or which way you want to go about. So I was curious which way you went after. It really boils down to, I guess, which person you want to go after or which weapon you want to pursue first.
Yeah, I kinda went with a weapon route, right? Because I would forget some of their names. So because
Yeah.
then you have to randomly ask people, you'll ask people about they'll give you a couple options, and I
Hmm.
just pick one. I'll be like, "Okay."
Yeah.
'Cause I'm like, "Okay, I remember which one this guy was." Like, some of 'em I don't remember that well, so I'll just pick
Yeah.
one, right? But when it come to, like, the dual katana thing, I just immediately that was the first thing I did.
Yeah.
Like, I went up to the mountain, and you work your way up the top, you talk to that
Uh-huh.
guy, you do the whole sequence where you gotta, like, chop the bamboo with one arm and
Yeah.
stuff, and that I thought that was kinda cool how you had to do
That
it because it's all on the left side of the controller.
yeah.
Like, you got
Yeah.
it's all, like, the D-pad and L1 and L2,
Yeah.
and, I didn't like the whole having to use, like, the, L3, trying to click
Yeah.
and all that too, like, it
It
made
it
that
was it was super weird because it makes you feel like left-handed, speaking primarily that people are right-handed. It was just funny. I thought that was cool too, how it's like, having played the first game, like you're used to using the, X, square, triangle, circle buttons and even R1 or whatever. But then how they threw in the D-pad and L1 and L3, it just kind of it made it a lot more difficult, like you were using, you were learning it again, and it was like, oh
uh-huh.
man, this is hard. But then once you finish that activity, then you know
I felt
I
like it got easier, right? Like, the first
yeah,
time you do it,
it
it
did.
was I think it was supposed to be difficult on purpose, right? Because it shows that you're, like,
Yeah.
"Hey," like, "Your arm is weak," he tells you, and then
Yeah.
you have to go do stuff, and then you come back, and if you fail a couple times, it seemed like it gotten easier, and then it was
Yeah.
like, left, down, right, up, L1, and
Uh-huh.
then you're like, "Okay," then left, right, and right, L1, L2, and you're like, "Okay, this isn't bad." But,
Yeah.
um I still struggle with them sometimes, like, when I come
Oh
across the
yeah.
random ones, they get to the 7th one when you gotta cut through all 7, sometimes I'm, like, just too fast or not fast or not too fast, but, I get too fast and mess it up,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
I'm too slow, I'm just, like,
Yeah.
trying to even it out, I'm just like, "Oh my goodness."
Yeah, some
But
of them are pretty difficult, or it takes a
I'm
few tries, that's for sure.
definitely enjoying all that, and the other thing I'm enjoying I thought was kinda neat was how it's different is the bounties that are on you, like the
Uh-huh.
Ronin, you're just randomly out running around and you come across a guy in a camp and he's like, "Oh, I know you," and he's like, "I wanna kill you," He's like a
Yeah.
Ronin that wants to kill you, and then so you gotta, like, deal with him pretty much at that point. I think
Yeah,
I did have the opportunity one time to pay a guy, but I was like, "No, that ain't happening,"
yeah. There's also it's kind of funny as you're progressing, you'll see it on the bounty board. There's a bounty of you, and like as you get stronger, the bounty becomes higher
Uh-huh.
as you go to like different areas or as you go back to the bounty board. There's one that says, like the ghost or whatever, and like the bounty keeps increasing a little bit, and then the like the painting of you, it gets like more intricate, I guess, like more weapons or whatever becomes more
Oh, nice.
intimidating, I suppose.
Yeah, and I've done, like I said, probably 6 or 7 bounties at least,
Yeah.
pretty in a row, pretty much almost. And, the little changes in the game I kinda liked, like, I didn't know how much I would like the game after playing the first one so much,
Uh-huh.
'cause I pretty much beat it, like, 1.5 times. 'Cause I beat it on the PlayStation, and then I ended up buying it on PC, and I played
Right.
the PC a little bit, and
Yeah.
I was kinda like, "How repetitive is it gonna be?"
Hmm.
But the combat's different enough,
Yeah,
and
I
then
think so.
the whole running into the Ronin thing and stuff like that makes it different enough to make it enjoyable. And yeah, you still had the springs to hunt down, and you still had the bamboo to cut through, but it's changed. I mean, it's like a I don't want to call it like a plus one. It's like a Ghost of Tsushima with a little more depth.
Yeah,
Is like
I feel
like they
you
added.
know, yeah, that's what when I was listening to you talk about it, I was like, oh man, I gotta get on and shed some light here because it is I feel like it is different enough to where it doesn't feel just like a rinse and repeat of the first one.
Yeah.
And on top of that, the main story is it's the whole other side of the spectrum where the first one was all about honor and you're kind of like sticking to your guns on like doing things a certain way, like the samurai way. But then in this game, Atsu is like, ah, fuck it. Like it's
It's
all
about
about
revenge.
vengeance
Yeah.
and just, not really having like a code that she's sticking to. And there's some of the minor things too that are different. There's the wolf companion, how
Yeah,
in the
that's interesting how it saves you every once in a while, and I think I didn't put
yeah,
points in the wolf to where it'll stick around when it does show up. Because
yeah,
it doesn't help you all the time, right? But when
no,
it does show up, it will help. It's advantageous. Like I remember fighting. I think it was a leader of that camp,
uh-huh.
and one of the people was going to kill me, and then the wolf came out and it killed the leader of the camp for me. Like I was like, oh sweet, I'm like
Yeah.
that worked out.
That was something that I didn't put any points towards in the beginning, and then later on, I started having, I filled up what I wanted to, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll throw some skill points into the wolf companion, and I was like, oh, this is actually pretty helpful. Like it's a whole new, thing that you can add into, and it is pretty advantageous when, especially for the standoffs because I think that's one of the most fun things like when you get into the one-on-one and
Hmm.
you're waiting for them to make their first move and then sometimes the wolf will be there with you and then it'll take out like a whole extra two enemies or whatever on top of as you upgrade that skill, first you take on one and then you can chain attacks after that. I think you can get up to like three or four where
Okay.
pretty much it's pretty much like a guaranteed kill.
Yeah, it wasn't like Ghost of Tsushima. You could do like two or something like that. You
Yeah,
you
it
could
was like
kill
two
one
or
and then you could
three.
do a follow up. I didn't remember if it was
Yeah,
three or not, but I remember doing that. But
yeah, and then there's a couple things that I didn't like or I wasn't a huge fan of was I thought it was interesting how you could do the little flashbacks to like the childhood. Have you done any of those?
yeah, I did like the first one, right? So you
Yeah.
when you go back to the house and you gotta like chase your
Hmm.
little brother around, and
Yeah.
it was okay,
That's how I
but
felt too. I was like, it's okay. It's kind of a neat little new thing, but I was like, it was kind of slow.
yeah.
It's a different pace because you're just kind of like walking around. You're not fighting anything. And um, what did you what did you think about the? Have you gotten to the gambling game?
No, I have not gotten to that yet.
Oh, okay. There's a gambling little mini game, I guess you could call it, but it's built into the story too. But it's like um, you're flicking coins, and you have to like you flick a coin. You hold down the trigger just enough to like flick the coin on the table, and it taps another coin, but you can't flick it off, and you can't bump multiple coins. So you kind of have to plan out your path that you're going to take by flicking the coins and you're trying to just hit more coins before your opponent can, and sometimes if you mess up once they just clean your clocks and
Hmm.
you kind of you have to bet like 500 coins or whatever and it's like it's okay. And with the maps too, um how you're saying that you're buying the maps, I felt like that was cool, but I felt like I bought all the maps as they came up and it kind of I didn't use the guiding wind feature like you did in the first game. I
Hmm.
I very rarely use that except for when you had to use it in like the story. I didn't use it to find new stuff because I just kept buying the maps and it
Yeah.
would just pop up on the map and I was like, "Oh, okay, I guess I'll go do that." And as I'm clearing out an area, I would just,
Yeah, I
finish
kind
up
of
all the
ended up
little
all over the
question
map
marks.
that way too, right? Because I would
Yeah.
get going. Like I had I'd buy three or four at a time,
Right.
and then like whatever the guy had, I'd buy. and then I would
Yeah.
just go do them all in one shot. But next thing I know, I'm like all over the map, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, now
So
Yeah.
is it just removing the fog of war when you buy the maps?
Yeah, pretty
no.
much. It's
Well, it gives you like a puzzle piece basically. It gives you like part of a river and stuff, and you got to kind of match that piece up. And then when you get it to the right area, like you hit a button and it kind of locks it in there. Then it tells you that's like the area you need to be in. But
yeah.
then it will when you run down there, it's going to open up the area for you. But you don't know what's going to be there necessarily. It could be a spring, it could be a bamboo thing, it could
Uh
be whatever.
yeah,
But
it kind of I, some of them are kind of hard. Like I was messing around and I was like trying to just spam it and like find out where it was on the map, and then after like after like a minute or two of you just trying to like piece it in somewhere, it'll kind of give you a little hint. It'll be like, hey, it's over here. And then so you just go over and plug it in. But there are some
yeah,
of them I couldn't figure out. And I was like, well, I bought this map. I'm going to use it. And I'm just
right.
spamming the button, trying to figure out where it's going.
Just randomly moving it around. At least it
Oh,
keeps
yeah.
it like confounded to an area, right? Like it's not like this
Yeah.
big huge map and you're zoomed in enough. Like you could technically just like move the map around and just keep hitting the button and eventually you're
Yeah.
gonna find it. I mean, I would try to do it the right way, right? I would try to study it for a minute and like zoom in and try to match it up. See if
Yeah.
I can get in the right, like my first
There were
couple
some
tries.
that I couldn't figure out, though. I was like, I have no idea where this is. And then
Yeah.
later on in the game, too, this is, another big difference from the first game is you get firearms like a rifle and a pistol. And
Yeah, I know I've remember kind of coming across them, right? So like you have the
yeah,
whole thing with your family and stuff, and then like because the first time you meet the guy, your kids, remember you're out picking mushrooms,
uh-huh,
and then he shoots at a wolf, and
yeah,
the kids are like, you're as one of the kids are like, oh wow, that's and so they introduced the firearms, and I haven't had to deal with them yet. I've always still had to deal with the bow and arrow guys, and you still always get the
yeah,
noise like in the first one when they're
hmm,
getting ready to fire, so you just know to dodge.
yeah,
But yeah, so like that felt the same, but I don't know what it's like with the firearm. That'd be kind of interesting. I do like the ability to throw the weapons too now. Like you get
yeah,
that where it knocks it out of their hand. And I
yeah.
did upgrade the ability to knock the
To
weapons out of
disarm.
people.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's something new too, right? Because I don't remember that in the first
yeah.
game where you can knock
That's
it
new
out of their
too.
hands. Yeah.
Yeah. But those if you find like like a pole spear or whatever, like a throwing knife or whatever, those you can throw those pretty far to where it's like, you just pick it up and you throw it real quick and that takes care of an enemy. And I like that mechanic a lot too in the game.
Yeah, I'm always finding the sake jars. I don't know why. Like I'm always like,
Yeah.
they're everywhere.
I always had those full in my inventory, but I never really used them that
Yeah.
much. And I think there's one of the charms, some of the charms you get, you can level up by doing certain things. And I think one of them was like throw sake at, 10 different enemies or whatever. And I completely forgot how to throw the sake jars, and I think I had to like look it up, like how do I throw the sake jars? Because whenever I tried to use the sake jar to throw it, I kept drinking it, and I was like, whoa,
Oh, then you're disoriented. Yeah, like the
yeah,
screen's kind of
then you're
blurry. I mean, you get that extra. What is it? The extra
like some extra health or something.
the honor or whatever it is. I can't remember what
Oh
they call it.
yeah,
The circles, whatever.
yeah, spirit,
Spirit. You get extra
yeah,
spirit or whatever it is, but it's just you're like the screen's kind of blurry, but you're kind of amped up. You're
yeah,
like, okay, but I enjoy it. Like I said, it's been fun. I've just been playing kind of like hit or miss. So it's like between work when I'm not working a lot, I've been playing it. Then I have a couple of days where I've had off, and that's just like a full day. So
yeah,
it's like, okay, I don't have time today, but definitely been playing that when I do have the chance. It's pretty much my go-to when I have the chance. Either that or Dispatch. And I don't know if you
yeah,
checked out Dispatch or not, Evan, but
uh-uh,
I heard Jesus talking about it. So it's from the makers of like The Wolf Among Us and stuff, and it's basically
right,
like a Telltale game. You're just watching it and you're making a lot of choices. It was really popular there for a little while. A lot of people are playing it. There's a couple streamers that are voiced in it and stuff, and it's done really well. But it's a very sit back and just relax kind of
yeah.
game. So just making decisions. But that's been pretty good. And besides that, I've still been playing just a real little bit of Path of Exile 2. I know Gunny, I seen a thing on when you launched a game in like 2 or 3 days. There's supposed to be a big video about it. So I think there's some going to be some new introduction coming out. So hopefully maybe we'll get some new characters or something coming out.
Oh yeah,
That'd be kind of cool. But
yeah, definitely.
I mean, I'm still in the end game. I pretty much have done everything. I just been doing the bonus map, so just kind of chilling in there. But we need to get together yet, so you can get to the end game. That way, you can have it one character at least through it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I need to finish that.
That's pretty much all I've been playing for the most part. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. I think there's something I did check out, but it was very small, and I can't remember what it was now. It was pretty irrelevant because I don't remember what it was. It was something I didn't really enjoy. But definitely, like I said, the Arc Raiders. I said I jumped on Steam today, and I'm like, oh, there's Arc Raiders in my library. I'm like, my son must have bought that, and I definitely would check that one out. Oh, I did pick up Jesus. Do you know? Can you tell me? I picked up. My son decided to play Cyberpunk, and he's not one for single player games, right? And he got really into it, and he beat it. And then he was asking me because he played off Family Share off my account, and he ended up talking me into buying the expansion for him.
Yeah.
Was it Liberty or
Phantoms?
Liberty City.
or whatever? Yeah,
Phantoms of Liberty, I think.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Is that kind of standalone? Could I jump in and do the expansion, or do you got to like do more of the campaign of?
I'm not 100% sure on that because I did it on my save file that was right before the end, right before I got to the last mission.
Because I never finished the game. I got to the point where you have to fight like this female wrestler lady in like a mall.
I don't know about that.
I don't know if you remember that or not. And you find this like faction. You're kind of over in this one like area, and you're like in this mall, and there's like this wrestler lady.
Okay, yeah.
And I beat her, and you're helping this other gang do something, and then that's where I stopped.
So
And that's been a while, like a long time ago now. But like he asked me to pick it up for him, so I picked it up, and I thought about checking it out because I know it's kind of a whole separate story. I thought, right, with Idris Elba.
yeah, it is. It's his own thing. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it is his own thing. I don't know.
I don't think I ever played that.
I don't think you'll be able to. I don't know if it's going to be too hard for you because, like, your perks do carry over from the main game.
Okay.
So whatever perks you have unlocked do carry over to this, but it also unlocks like new stuff with the DLC.
So maybe I'll just go play through it again. It's been so long, right? So I might go back through and play the campaign again because I think he was saying it's only like 30 hours if you just kind of beeline through it.
Yeah.
And then
Dude, Cyberpunk is so good. That story is cool. The one with that what's her name in that fucking DLC? I forget her name. But there's a chick, there's Idris Elba, the fucking plane crashes. This chick, she's being used to like by this gang leader guy who runs Dogtown or whatever. He's using this chick, I think her name is Suki or something like that, where she's like a good cyber runner or whatever, and she's like an AI, but she's like a real person, but she can like get to the back doors of like everything on the internet. So like he's using her to like he's the one that used her to like blow up Air Force One or whatever, and then you're trying to rescue her, but then shit goes wild, and it's a pretty crazy story what happens with that whole shit. And like the reason you're trying to get her is because you're not really trying to help the president and the government, but you kind of are because they need her. They need her to be stopped. They need to stop her because if the dude, if he can control her, he can like fucking control everyone. So the government's like, we need to stop this guy. We need to get her. But the reason you're trying to get her is because if you get her, she supposedly knows a way to get that chip out of your head without killing you or whatever. You know what I mean? So to get Johnny out of your head or whatever, she supposedly knows the way to do it without killing you or whatever. So they're like, if you help us get her, then we'll get that chip out of your head or whatever. And you're like, all right, fuck it. I guess I'll try it. And then, yeah.
Yeah, it seemed interesting because I kind of wanted to fire that up since I bought it for him. I was like, I might try to check it out, but I can't remember if it was like standalone or not.
I can't believe they only did one story DLC for that game. They could
Yeah,
have done,
that's crazy.
they could have done so many story DLCs for that game.
That's crazy,
They could
man.
have done like
Yeah.
all kinds of. They could have done just a DLC on doing like trauma rescues, the trauma team bullshit.
Yeah.
They could have done a whole DLC on that. They could have done DLC on like the SWAT police thing or whatever, where the SWAT police guys show up. They could have done DLC on that. They could have done DLC on like the corporations, where like, hey, maybe you join a corporation and you can help the corporation like gain power in the city or whatever. There's so many DLCs they could have done in that game that I could think of off the top of my head that just would expand that universe so much.
That game had some of the best side quests ever.
Ever, dude, ever. The craziest one to me was where you crucify the dude.
Oh my god, that has to be the top.
you straight up crucify a dude on live stream because of fucking TV ratings or something.
Dude,
like that.
you're pressing buttons to nail his hands and feet, and you're just like, oh my god, how is this a thing?
And like there's a part where he like the dude's kind of like chickening out about it, and you like either can like support him and be like, yeah, bro, you shouldn't do this, or you can be like, no, you need to go through with this, go through with it.
Yeah, that's the craziest side quest ever.
And like the whole the one that sticks with me also is the Delamain one.
Oh yeah,
You help the Delamain, the car company,
The car, right? Yeah.
the AI thing or whatever, fucking fix himself.
yeah.
That one's crazy. There's a lot of crazy side quests in that game, like, with all the factions.
One of the best ones too is, or one of my favorite ones is, there's just like a side quest where you're like, you find this monk just like chilling in the park, and you go up to him and you just talk to him, and he like, every time you talk to him, he has you do like a minute or two of just like meditation where you're just like not doing anything. And then once you like, it's just like a blank, or it's just like, it's showing you like the ocean or like a forest or a desert or something. And then once it goes back into the game, you're like, what the heck? Like, where'd he go? Like, he's just gone.
Yeah.
And there's no like, there's no
like
purpose
therapy or
behind
what?
it. Yeah. It was just like a
Just
couple minutes of
meditate, bro.
meditation.
Just
And that was
meditate,
it.
bro.
That was it. And it was such a big contrast to,
all the other shit, the shooting and the fucking hacking shit, and
yeah.
killing people and fucking.
Yeah.
I
Did you
needed
watch
that. Yeah.
Did you watch the Edge Runners series on Netflix?
I did. It was really good. Yeah, and I came across the chick who sang the song. I really want to stay at your house, and apparently I ran across her thing, and she said that song, she got a gold fucking album for that fucking song or whatever, just for that
Damn.
song. And I'm like, that's fucking nuts, dude. Like, so yeah, that's a pretty big feat for, like, I think, for a video game song to reach gold status
Yeah.
on like a fucking records. It's fucking nuts. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think to reach gold status, something like where it had to have sold 5 million copies of the song, or have to be streamed over 75 million times just in the United States.
Dang.
So that's pretty crazy. But of course, I went to the song, to the one you find on YouTube. It's the Netflix series where they have it in the anime or whatever, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, I love this part of the anime. It's so heart touching." Like, all the comments are about the anime. I'm like, you motherfuckers, none of you even played the fucking game, you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but I mean,
anyway, guys,
pretty much what I played.
I did. I played a better game of Ghost of Yotai.
Oh yeah, you sent me this, Gunny.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a better one out there. It's called what the hell? Where Winds Meet. So this is a free to play. Don't hate yet. It's a free to play on Steam.
I hear free to play, and I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
No, surprisingly, it's got really good graphics. I only played about 2 hours of it. So I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It's like a single player / MMO action RPG. I don't know what it is, but yeah, it's got good graphics, good combat. So yeah.
That's what I was going to ask you, how much you played of it, but so you're a couple hours in then, 2 hours in?
Yeah, and it's still it still feels a little more tutorial style type. What's like I wouldn't. Yeah, but you're just meeting new characters, right? Probably the characters you're going to deal with. I don't know. I guess my thing of it is like, all right. So after that, do I just see a bunch of people running around like an MMO, like Final Fantasy, 16? What's up? So that I don't know, but I'll randomly watch it on Twitch and kind of, not like hours of it, and just like, okay, it still feels like a single player game, from what they're experiencing, 10 hours
Yeah.
in. So yeah,
It seems like there's a big interest in it.
yeah, like it's gotten a lot of people playing it. So yeah, it's 10th century China. So yeah, it's got a lot of sword play.
This looks crazy. Like it looks crazy good for a free to play game.
That's what I was thinking too.
I don't know.
Is this who made this? NetEase?
Yeah, like I don't know the name of the studio.
Everstone
So I don't know if the
Studio.
hook is like, oh, you can buy actual currency, which if it's an MMO, that's probably true.
Yeah.
So I don't know how easy it is to like, let's say, finish the single player campaign, if that's even a thing, which it probably is. So it's probably doable, but probably a better experience if you paid money for better weapons. I don't know.
What are you playing this on?
I've got it on Steam. I'm just playing the demo. No, I guess the free to play MMO version. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know if it's on console or not.
It's coming to iPhone and Android.
Yeah, I saw that it was going to be on iOS.
Yeah.
For like the graphics in this game, like that's nuts. It actually looks really decent.
Yeah, cutscenes are great. Even
Looks
though
like
they're
it's on
30
PlayStation too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does not feel like a mobile game at all. It feels like a good B tier game.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, it's got a cool story. Like, the way it
So like,
starts you
how
out.
is this an MMO? Like, are you fighting other people? Or
I don't know. I've been I on purpose have not like tried to spoil anything for myself to kind of see like.
It says here that it's a free to play open world action adventure RPG.
Yeah, so I don't know, like, what are they planning for the future, or is there a hook 10 hours into the game? I don't know.
So these guys just made an RPG and said, "Fuck it, we're not going to charge people. We're just going to make it free to play." Like,
Yeah, there's got to be a hook, right?
How do you make money on that? Like,
Right.
it would be like Fallout coming out. Fallout 5 is coming as free to play open world RPG. Like, how the fuck? Like, that makes no sense.
So-
How do you?
And I guess there is like a PvP element.
Giant paywall, or
Is
all
that
your
what it
health,
is?
your health, like jars or revives or whatever behind a paywall. Like, you want to heal, $2.
Well, I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this on their website. It says, "Where winds meet doesn't gate content behind paywalls or forces you down predetermined paths. PvP, PvE, casual activities, everything is free, and everything rewards progression materials. Play what you love, ignore what you don't. The rewards follow your choices, not the other way around. Our monetization focuses on appearances, battle passes, and monthly passes."
It's
Let
not
us-
communism.
I did see the battle pass options
Let
on
us
there.
be crystal clear. We have no play to win here. Your legend is written by skill and choice, never by your wallet size. We will never sell you power. We will never compromise the integrity of combat and
Nice.
gameplay for profits. This is our promise.
That's communism, bro.
Goddamn communists. Fuck
I know,
this
'cause I
shit.
went to the shop.
Communist China shit over here. Fuck
Yeah,
this.
when I did go to the shop, like some of the outfits
This
that I
is
saw
America.
were not.
I want
that great.
capitalism. I want to pay to win. I want to pay to win everything.
Oh man.
Yeah, I was not interested in any of the cosmetic robes or anything like,
How dare
I
you.
guess.
Gunny, that's anti-American of you.
I
How
know,
dare
but
you.
well, no, because it was all like the China outfit. I'd rather have the Japanese outfits, but
You're
probably not in a
speaking-
China game. But
You're speaking treason right now.
I want to look like a fucking samurai.
You get put on a list, and they're
Yeah.
gonna come after you.
That's going to affect my credit rating and everything. My
Yeah.
gosh.
Listen,
Yeah.
when they unveil the American, what's it called? The American social score, your score is going to be negative. All right?
God.
Negative score for you. Gunny.
Negative 50. Good luck digging yourself out of that one.
Good luck.
Oh
Good
my
luck getting
God.
anything done. Good luck going to the grocery store when they deny you groceries because your
Oh
score
shit.
your score is negative 50, Gunny.
I need to head to the soup kitchen. All right, guys. I bought a game. I couldn't decide if I wanted Arc Raiders or Escape from Tarkov. Now, Jesus, I know that you and Mayo bought
What?
this like
Escape
what?
from Tarkov? What is this 20? What is this 2015?
Yeah, when did you guys buy it? Like 4 or 5 years ago?
Yeah.
You guys bought it so long ago. Well, okay, but now it's 1.0, so it's a better game than what you played 4 years ago. I don't remember when you guys played it, but
I don't even remember my login to that.
Me either. That's what I was telling Gunny before the show. I'm like, man, I don't remember how to log into that.
Well,
I don't
so
have
I
the
must have
launcher
played.
anymore.
So Battle State Games, I must have played a game similar. I know I never got this game or created an account because, yeah, they must have made other games because it kept saying like, hey, that email already exists. But remember Brun from TXL? I think he was on there. So maybe it was like,
This is the only game they made.
I don't know. Are you sure? Because they said, yeah, you already have an account. So I just had to get my code again to renew my password. I swear I might have played a free to play weekend. I seriously doubt it. If I did, it was 5-6 fucking years ago. What was it? 2019 when this beta came out? But I don't remember.
Wait, so you just 1.0 now? Finally?
Yeah, so 1.0. And okay, so let me just point out like there were some things I did know ahead of time, and there were some things I didn't know until I started doing more research. So when I bought this, obviously, now it's on Steam. You don't have to use you're still kind of using the launcher, but you're not using their official website, just buying it right through Steam. So on there, it's $50. It's $49.99. And I know for people out there listening that have not played this, like, well, let me tell you what you get for $50.
Oh,
what you actually get. Because it is something I actually freaking forgot about. And this is something I actually talk about with a customer at work. Not all the time. We usually talk about whatever's new out there, Arc Raiders, everything else. So I remember he did tell me. And so what you get is you will get because there's like 5 different freaking versions of the game or something. Some of them include, I don't know, fucking better shit, better backpacks, space, that sort of thing. Well, for $50, you're going to get the actual PvP. And so, which is where, and then you just choose your faction. You're either Bear or you're USC or whatever the fuck they actually call it. So in every mode, in every game, whatever version you're buying, when you play this game, there's always going to be the actual bots, the AI bots. So even when you're doing like a training mission, so you can say, yeah, I'm going to go in and let's say, yeah, sure, I want our PvP or something, right? But it's like, hey, you want to do like actual training? And then there's no saved progression, right? So you're just kind of learning the map, learning the different extraction points. And so I've been doing some of those, just a little bit of everything where I've done the PvP. And yeah, I certainly insured my whatever weapons that, come with the game as a brand new player. I think you're getting like 500,000 rubles. Is it ruples or rubles? I don't remember. But yeah, so I just insured that and whatever else I had, because that's what they recommended. Whatever people on YouTube said, just insure everything. And there's a catch to that. I'll just say that. So, and even if you want to pay higher tiers, there's things where, let's say if I insure a weapon, I'm not 100% sure if a real player comes and loots it. I don't know. Do I still get to keep it? I'm not even 100%. So, and with that said, so let's say, yeah, I'm just using like I said, basic weapon, no real, special scopes or anything else. And I brought a couple clips in, and anything like ammo or anything like that, you can't insure it. You just lose whatever you're bringing in. So, and then I was like, oh, I see. Like when you go back, like you don't immediately get that stuff back. When you go to the person that insured it, which is like, she's like the doctor or psychiatrist, whatever her role is. She'll even say like, oh, we're kind of working on that refund or whatever from your insured products. And I think I was reading up on the Reddits and it's like a half a day or something, like literally in real time. It's like, okay, that's good to know. I thought it would be like 5 minutes or something, like an actual video game, but I was like, oh, I don't know, half a fucking day. Like, do I have to stay logged in for the half day or Yeah. So, stuff I'm learning. Learning where all the snipers are and some of the bot locations and where's the best loot. But again, I'm doing this, Evan, like on that, what is it called? Ground Zero. It's like the first map. You can't go anywhere else. So that I think you have to probably extract a couple times out of it, before you unlock the next one and the next one. It seems like there's like 10 different maps in there on Escape from Tarkov. I don't know. But yeah, I haven't even extracted successfully yet. Like I've come close. Then it's like, okay, let me go back to YouTube and check some videos. And it's like, if you want to use these places to extract, you have to do certain things. And I'm like, okay, I never knew that after watching many hours of this on Twitch, like not really fully paying attention to, what you actually have to do. So
there's still a lot of people playing this.
Yeah, there's a ton of people playing it. So it's a pretty top. Yeah. And that's why I was like, you know what? I'm going to get this. And so here's the thing. So there's a streamer I follow, and I was talking to him a couple of weeks ago, and he's like, and then I was like, wait, so you're playing PvE? And he goes, yeah. He goes, I've already got like 40 hours into the PvE. I'm like, so no PvP. So it's just the bots, the AI bots. And he goes, yes. He said, you get the whole, everything I've played in here has all been PvE. There's no real human players at all, period. So what I didn't know, or I actually forgot, if you want to get the PvE, that's another $30 of real life money. I was like, oh fuck, I forgot. That's a separate, DLC you got to purchase.
Yeah, that's something that's changed since I've last.
Yeah, that's a separate purchase. I was like, ouch. I've got it in my cart. I don't know. I'm on the fence about it, because I've only put 4 hours into the actual game itself. So no, I put 5. So then I'm like, okay, I'm already over the time. Maybe I'm just going to stick with this as long as possible and just say fuck it and forget it, or hey, maybe it'll hook me and, because that's what I really wanted was the PvE mode. So, but yeah, you need that on top of the base game, which is 40. So now we're up to $70. And then the other thing too, guys, and I'll come back to my playthrough in a minute here. Do you guys remember the arena? Did you guys know that was a thing? Like I would see it on Twitch, the Escape from Tarkov arena, which is
fuck is that?
I think it's like a 4v4 or 5v5 kind of team deathmatch.
Nope.
Yeah, I was watching this and I thought that's part of the game. I always thought it was. No, that's an exclusive on the Epic Store for $35.
Damn.
Yeah, I was like, what? It's not on Steam because I thought when I fired up the game I'd have like 4 different modes. Nope, there's only 2.
Dang, they're milking you.
They are hitting you hard. So
you're talking to Nintendo and taking lessons,
right? And I think when you guys were mentioning about the last couple of games that we were talking about like charging players or whatever terminology you were using for cosmetic stuff. No, this game clearly points out like, hey, we're gonna help you with your battle experience or whatever. This will greatly increase your success of your odds of success in completing these, by giving us 30 or 40 more dollars. It's like, okay. So yeah, they don't make no bones about it, man. Yeah, they're not messing around. So but I don't know. Like I said, I've talked to other Twitch players too, and they're loving it and enjoying it. But sorry. So kind of going back to the training mode, and the other one is the scav mode. So that's the one we talked about, just like Arc Raiders, and so that one's been around for quite a while. So of course, in that one, you come out with a random like preset. You don't get anything great, right? You either get a hat or a helmet. I think you always get hobo armor, which is basically just the vest of what you put on. And I think you're either going to just have like if you do get a bolt action rifle, it's going to be like literally bolt action with no scope. Like you're not getting a scope, or most of the time you're getting a Mosin. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong on that, but that's what I've experienced on Twitch. It's what I've experienced playing this game. So I think I did get the assault rifle the last time, Jesus, and I was like, oh, cool. So then it was an area I was familiar with. I knew where the dead bodies are in the map. So yeah, I spawned near it. I ran up. I'm like, all right, I'm adding another Mosin, I guess, right? Or I found a pistol. Because I don't think that comes with that may or may not come in a scav mode. So a real fucking player runs in, and I saw him, and he look over. I'm like, huh? And he crouches down to loot a dead body, which some of them are just always placed in the map. I'm like, oh, I got the take on him. So I pop up, and I thought I had it on full auto. But no, it's a little, I don't know if it's bugged or because on the keyboard, just vanilla, it's just B, right? The B button, which is, will change. I always thought it was going to change from single to full auto. Well, I think it's really like Control B or Alt B or something to change it back. Haven't actually quite figured it out because the internet says tap B twice to toggle it or something, but it kept saying just, single fire. So
did you get smoked?
I got smoked, dude. I started to unload on him, but there's like a metal thing or there was like a forklift and some garbage in front of me. So I should have freaking went around, and I just started just started hitting the fucking mouse, man. Just trying to let loose on him. And of course he's fully kitted out. He gets up, hides behind the forklift, and I'm like trying to hit him, and he just pops out and just murks me. But yeah.
Damn it.
That would have been cool if I could have gotten his kit. He could have been a level tier 4 or something. And yeah.
Wait, so how did a real person, I thought it was all bots in the version that you had. So there's actual people in there too?
Correct. That's what you get with the $40 is real people and bots.
Oh, okay.
So you have to pay for the PvE only. The bots only.
Oh, I see. I see.
But that's what you get for the. I know.
What do we get? What do me and Mayo get for being early adopters?
Hey, that's a good question. I would log in. I would think you would get just what I got. The same thing. I don't think you're going to get the PvE. I think they added that later. That came later. So what the PvE mode is, and I don't know if you just get all the maps unlocked instantly. I would think for $30, or it kind of starts you out because you figure, hey, it's single player. I think you could also add other people. That's the other thing. You pay the $30, right? You get the PvE and you get a custom co-op. So as it stands right now, I don't think, I can go. I could be wrong, but I don't think I can add you, or I could, but it's going to add other people randomly, or I can search for other, clans to join, not clans, but just groups, right? So when I go to start it and then you hit search for other players, and then other things will pop up like, hey, so-and-so invited you. Okay. Just a random person. So yeah, I think the customs are the $30. So custom co-op and bots only $30. So for anybody listening out there, there's it's 3 different things for 3 different price amounts.
Dang, that's kind of confusing to have all those different add-ons.
You can buy the PvE zone and the arena together for $55.
Yeah, or just pay $110 and I guess you get everything. So on Steam. Well, again, you don't get arena. Arena's not on Steam. Because it's an Epic exclusive for now. So yeah, and it's weird. If you go onto the Epic store, I was on there earlier. The actual game, I don't think is even there. It's just arena.
Weird.
It's a weird thing. Yeah, you have to go to the actual website, download their launcher. Yeah. But still, you don't get arena on there either. So such a strange thing. So they're kind of all over the place, aren't they? These guys. But I only rubber banded once. I think when I was playing co-op with some random dude, and I kept trying to tell him, all right, Mr. Green backpack guy, I'll try not to shoot you in the back. Where are you going? And then he ran away. And I can hear him shooting. I'm like, I have no clue where you are. So, yeah, but I got murked. It's usually by a sniper. It's not by usually someone I can see. So, yeah. But, still learning the maps. And you can you can go back, do the training missions. And, when you kind of jump in and then just say, hey, do training. Okay, yes, learn the maps. So that's just PvE, I guess. But again, no, you're not saving anything. There's no progression. So you want progression, pay up the extra $30. So yeah, there's that.
Remember the first time when I bought this game, when my my debit card wouldn't let me purchase it because it was basically an out of country transaction. Because it was like a Russian transaction or something like that, and it wouldn't let me
Yeah.
buy it. I think I had to call my bank to verify it to let me pay for it.
You need the communist card.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need the little red card.
Yeah.
You'll get it. Give us the rubles.
Man.
But other than that, guys, I did play a Jesus game. Jesus, I got a game for you to check out. It's called Until We Die. And there is a demo on Steam. That's what I've been playing.
I actually own that game. I've owned it for a while now.
Okay, so yeah, it's pretty much Kingdom Two Crowns, sort of tower defense. Yeah.
In the subway, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've owned that game. I think I maybe beat it once, maybe on casual. Playing it on the standard difficulty, though, I still haven't beat it. It's so fucking hard. That game is brutally hard. It is. You got to be like exactly on top of everything. If you're not, like, it just goes to shit so fast, dude. I think the highest I reached last time was day 20 or 21, and like so many of the little fucking enemies attack your walls, like on both sides, dude. So I had like soldiers and everything on the sides with snipers and turrets and everything, and fucking like these big ass dudes came and they just fucked everything up. I'm like, this is terrible. This is so bad, eh? But like I think it's because when you beat it once, you unlock like these extra rooms, Gunny, on like there's like these extra rooms you unlock. They're like what is it called? Buffs. They give you buffs to your base. So when you play again, you have these permanent buffs. And one of them is like for better ammunition for your soldiers. So you can unlock this little station, you put an engineer on it, and all your soldiers have better bullets or whatever. And the other one, you have better walls. You can build like concrete walls or whatever and upgrade them to concrete. And then there's a second upgrade to the walls where you can build like super walls or whatever. And then there's another room you can unlock, but to unlock that room, you must reach level, I think it's day 27 on the standard difficulty, which is like day 28 is the last day you have to reach. So you pretty much have to finish the game, which is like, I've never got that high. It's a hard fucking game, dude. Like, and I've tried everything, honey. I've tried like different ways to like plan shit, and like I used the guy, and then I've used the girl with the shotgun. I've used both of them, and it is fucking hard. It is because once you get so far in the game, you're so far apart on each side of the map that like they're attacking the left side, so you go to the left side to defend it. They're also attacking the right side. They're killing all your people on the right, so you try to go back to defend that side, and they're already at your base by the time you get back. It's like, oh fuck.
Yeah, they are quick. Even like in the demo, I can tell it's like on a a regular just hard version, because you go build like the little wooden defense things, right? And it's like you don't see it if you're too far to the right, but it's like, how fast did they tear that fucking wall down, or do they just bypass it? It is so fast. And
they don't bypass it; they tear it down because of there's a little guy that spawns that he shoots like grenades at the walls from a distance, so your shovel guys can't kill him, and the wall just keeps taking damage from this dude from like a distance, which makes it impossible to like, unless you're over there killing him, he's going to destroy your walls every single time. And
you're only getting like, so, when you, in the demo, of course, like you're just starting out, you're the only one with the gun. And then the other guys, they have nothing. And then you build that thing with the guy that makes shovels, but you only get one shovel a day. So you're always going to have like 4 people or 3 people with with no defenses. They're just kind of running for their lives. Like, it's kind of stupid in the demo.
You kind of have to upgrade everything as you go. Like I said, you'll get the hang of it the more you play it, but it is a difficult fucking game. It runs great on the Steam Deck, though. I'll tell you that. That's why I play it.
Yeah, I would think that'd be a good deck game. Yeah, as a side scroller.
It's hard though, but I'm always a fan of those, like Kingdom and the Kingdom Two Crowns. I'm a fan of those games, and I know they made one Kingdom game that's like called Kingdom Retro or something like that, where it's like an 80s theme. Where instead of being on a horse, you're on a bicycle, like a BMX bike, and
Hmm.
it's like set like in like a neighborhood. It's like a neighborhood, and you're like a kid defending your neighborhood or whatever. And it's like a same style of gameplay, just a different aesthetic to the game. It's like an
Yeah.
80s, like almost like a Stranger Things vibe, where like it's like an 80s style fucking um whatever, like bicycle neighborhood thing. You ride your bike back and forth.
That's cool. Like an old Nintendo game or something, NES.
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah. But and the only other thing I played was it's on Game Pass. It's called Clover Pit. I know it was on Steam before that, but I think it's definitely like a Devolver publisher game. And yeah, it's I'm not into like like gambling, but per se like any of those slot machine games or mobile games. But yeah, this one's a little different than that, where like you're just in this room, this metal fucking room, and like and it's like you've got so many spins to win so much money, right? Or or you'll find out what happens, right? And it's like just this like horror theme of like, yeah, you just go down in this like either a meat grinder or you're just dead, right? Basically, right? If you don't win enough money, within the first round or second round, right? I think I've only made it to like the third round. So yeah, it's cool though. Yeah, you get like different little perks and you can purchase charms and stuff with your points, and those will increase your odds of success, and just your odds overall of hitting bigger jackpots. So yeah, it's a cool little indie game. So yeah, I feel like that would be a great Steam Deck, iPhone, Android phone game. So check out the Clover Pit. Mayo's over there showing us his dog. That's all I got, guys.
We got Evan wanted to see the dog.
What about you,
Yeah.
Evan? I know you play Ghost of Yote, but what else have you played?
Well, something else that I wanted to talk about that I started playing was Dying Light the Beast. And
Oh shit, yeah, that's a new one.
yeah, so I that came out like the same time as Ghost of Yote, and I played Yote first, and once I finished that one all the way through, then I jumped into the Beast, and it's pretty interesting. I'm a big fan of Dying Light, and I love the first game and I love the second game, but this one, it didn't. You're playing as Kyle Crane, who's the character from the first game, and I can't say it's quite like hooked me yet. I know it's like a standalone game, so you don't have to own either of the other two. It's not just like a DLC, but it kind of feels like a DLC. It almost feels like how Miles Morales was to Spider-Man, because it's got that familiar feel, but I mean it is different because in the Beast it's more of like a survival game, and I couldn't really tell you like you start off like you start off as Kyle Crane, and he's being like experimented on or whatever by this dude named the Butcher, and I forget how it goes down if you just like break out or something happens to where you escape, and I think they're experimenting on you, and you have this beast mode that you can do, and it's pretty much like a rage mode where you just get like super strength and you're not using any weapons and you're just mauling zombies or enemies around you, so that you get to do that quite often. So as you're killing different enemies or as you take damage, it's filling up like this rage meter, and you don't even have to activate it sometimes. Like if your meter's like almost full and you get into like if you start killing some zombies or whatever, if you start taking damage, like it'll automatically send you into this beast mode, and then you could just go all out and clear out whatever enemies around there. And so it is fun. It's fun to do that because you're just like super strength, but I feel like there's not like you're just doing like the typical, helping out the survivors like you are in like Dying Light games. You're just helping out the survivors restore power to the town hall, and you're exploring and going on little side quests and stuff. But there's, I'm not disappointed, but I'm just kind of hoping it. There's nothing that like hooked me in like the first two games. So I guess if you compare it to the first Dying Light or the second Dying Light games, it's you're just kind of getting like another little taste of it. And
Is it
you're
more or less parkour in this one? I haven't seen any
It's-
gameplay outside of the trailer.
it's a lot less parkour. And like if you compare it to Dying Light 2, Dying Light 2 had a lot more parkour, and you had the hang glider, and you had the grappling hook, and it was a lot more vertical. Whereas you're in the city and you're going up the skyscrapers and stuff, and you can get, to these vantage points and find these airdrops, and then you can take your hang glider and glide down to, you got to figure out how to get to the top of certain buildings. So you got to climb this other building to fly down to this, smaller building and get on the top of that. So it was a lot more vertical. Whereas this one, I think it's more of a survival horror feel to it, and it's more horizontal, you could say, because you're on the ground and you can drive a car. There's a lot more car use. I haven't used the car a ton yet, but the car is a big thing where there's more of them laying around, and you can just get in and drive, and then you got to get fuel every once in a while, and you can upgrade perks so that you're more efficient with your fuel and you don't have to get out as much. But there's I think there's only like, I think you can get through this game in like 20 hours or so. So it's not a huge game. And there's not any like grappling or anything that I've seen yet. And I don't know, I don't feel as powerful. I don't know if that's because I'm still in the early bit of the game, but I don't feel as powerful as I did in the other games, except when you get into the rage mode, because in the rage mode you can clear out, however many enemies are around you pretty much. And I think I'm still early in the game, but it hasn't quite hooked me. And those are like the main things that I've noticed so far, but it's a lot more like on the ground feel. So it's a little different. And I don't know, the storyline's a little weak in my opinion too. Like you're kind of just, somebody helps you escape from the Baron, and now you're trying to kill the Baron or whatever because he experimented on you. And you're like tracking down these chimera zombies. They're all like, there's like 30 of them or something. So that's like a ongoing quest that you have, is like tracking down these different zombies that have like, a slightly different power than the rest of them, like
Different variants, or do they look different too, like larger?
Yeah, different variants. So you're kind of
I
like,
remember that for the first one.
yeah, as you progress, like this lady that's helping you out, she's like, "Oh yeah, I got word, or I heard about this chimera that's in this area. Go check it out." And so you're kind of juggling that and just like helping out, these survivors you found at town hall, restoring power and clearing out the water or whatever. So I've been messing around with that. It's kind of just, casual, but I'm not quite hooked like I was in, Dying Light 2, where it was like a huge open world RPG game, and you can, there's a lot more. So you're getting just like a little, an extra little taste to it. So it feels like it could have been a DLC, but I don't know if they just wanted to bring back Kyle Crane from the first game, or if they just wanted to experiment a little bit with this like survival feel rather than
Does it have co-op? Do you think that's where they were going with it, or is this all single player?
You can do co-op there is a co-op, I think. I've only done single player. I haven't messed around with any online, but I think there is co-op. So I've only put in maybe 8 to 10 hours or so far. So there's not a whole lot to it, but I'm playing it just because I really like I like the series and just kind of checking it out. But I wouldn't say it's like a must buy unless you really like the. I got it for free though because I bought the deluxe edition of Dying Light 2, so I didn't have to pay for it.
Nice.
And
That's a nice bonus at least.
yeah, and that partially plays into. I mean, I probably would have bought it if I didn't get it for free because I would have, just out of curiosity and just how much I liked the first two games, I would have bought it anyways. I think it's probably like $40 or something. So it's not a full price game, but it definitely feels more like a DLC. They probably just couldn't fit it into what happened in Dying Light 2.
Maybe that's why they just kind of packaged it with the other one too. Like, kind of DLC deal.
Yeah, because it's definitely got some things from. It feels more like Dying Light 2 than it does Dying Light, the first one. But obviously, you're playing as the character from the first one, and so I don't know. It's kind of just like it's kind of like a hybrid sort of thing, and a little bit experimental. But it's not terrible. It's not like I'm having a bad time. I just can't say I'm hooked like I was from the first two.
I believe that's Techland, correct?
Yeah, Techland.
Yeah. I like how what they did with the first one because I didn't play it much after I beat the first one. I mean, that was back PS3, Xbox 360 days.
Yeah,
and of course, I bought 2 at launch, but that one is great. But
yeah,
they added so much to 1 after. I think for free. If I'm not, no, or I don't know with the. Yeah, I don't know if they charged. Yeah, I don't remember.
I think for the first Dying Light, I think there was maybe it was like a $20 DLC where it was like an expansion of the map. And I remember driving around a car in the first one.
It was like a buggy, wasn't it? Like a sand dune buggy or something.
Yeah. So, but yeah, they've Dying Light 2. Even when I played it with one of my buddies again because I think it was a free game on PlayStation Plus. Maybe it was like the extra tier or something. I think one of my buddies got it, and then I think I played it through with him, and I was surprised because I forget how long it was after launch, but when I was playing it with him, I was following up with the game, and they've been like updating it and supporting it like the whole time. Like they really do their due diligence of like supporting it and keeping it going for the people that want to play it, which is impressive, despite how long it's been after the game released.
I think that's great. Like I don't know much about Techland, but that's awesome that they don't have somebody behind them going, move on, next game, leave it alone.
No, they're thorough. Yeah, so I like that developer. Yeah. So I wouldn't have had a problem buying it, but that's just my take on it. And then while I was playing Ghost of Yote, I was also toggling back and forth with the new Pokemon game that came out, Pokemon Legends Z to A, and that one was this is the open world Pokemon game where you can kind of run around and you're not stuck in a battle. Like you can kind of go up and fight different Pokemon and whatever. Like it's open world, so you can kind of go up and run away if you need to, and you have to aim the Pokeball, and you can kind of lock on and throw the Pokeball at them. But they have the the biggest difference between this and the first open world one they had was the first one was more about like the origin of Pokemon, and you're like building the Pokédex. You're the pioneer. And this one is more like it's more focused on battling trainers. So there's a day and night cycle, and at nighttime there's like this battle zone that opens up, and you pretty much go in there and you fight as many trainers as you can find, and you earn these like tickets or points or something, and you're trying to earn a challenger's ticket, and pretty much you start out at rank Z, and you have to fight, however many trainers to earn this challenger's ticket. And then once you get the challenger's ticket, then you can fight like a one-on-one battle with another trainer who's also trying to rank up. And so you do that all the way up until you get to rank A, and it's more the game's more centered around the battles like that, whereas the first one was more exploration and research and stuff. And this it's kind of like the like how I was talking about with Dying Light 2 compared to the Beast. This new game, it's more vertical because you're in when I first launched the game and it was showing you like the map, you're in the city and you're only in the city, which seemed kind of small at first. I was like, oh, I wonder if it's going to open up. But there's all the buildings have rooftops that you can go onto. So there's that vertical aspect of it where the map feels a lot bigger because you essentially have multiple layers of that map. So it's a lot more vertical.
I didn't see a lot of ladder use in that Twitch streams.
Yeah, there was. You're always going up ladders, and then same thing where you got to go up one building, and then you can kind of jump off and glide down to another building that doesn't have a ladder on it. And then there's like scaffolding around the city, so you kind of have to, find different items on the scaffolding and stuff like that. And it seems like it seemed like the Pokemon were easier to catch in this game too. Like it's definitely more focused around the battling because it felt pretty easy to go around and catch, all the Pokemon, like even just from knocking them out all the way. Whereas in like more of a traditional Pokemon game, you can't knock them out all the way because then you can't catch them. You have to like knock them, get them, knock their health down almost all the way, and then you can throw your Pokeball and catch them. But this being real time, you can knock them out, and then you have one chance to throw a Pokeball, and if it works, it works. If not, then try again another time or whatever. But definitely focused more around trainer battles. That's what the story's focused on, and but it was fun. I enjoyed it still. Like, I'm a big Pokemon fan, so it was a good play. And they have there's Pokemon that are around the city, like you'll see them in the trees, like depending on the certain Pokemon. But the main place you catch Pokemon is these wild zones, and they're just little zones that pop up around the city. And there's like 20 of them by the time you get to the end of the game. So each zone has different Pokemon that you can go and try and catch and stuff like that. And then you also got this like research mission list where you can go and catch like 10 different fire type Pokemon, and that'll give you like some experience. And then as you level up, you get different rewards and stuff like that. So the other biggest difference from the first one is the actual battles. It's more it's more real time, but you have cooldowns on the moves you can use. So the stronger the move, the more cooldown time you need before you can use it again. Whereas in the first one, it was more turn based, but it was still fast paced, but it was more turn based, it felt. But this one was more like if you had a lot of moves with less of a cooldown, then you can really just like you can just spam the attacks, and it has a slightly different feel to it. So, but I enjoyed it. It was good. I think the DLC for it comes out on the 5th, so I'll probably pick that up and mess around with that. I don't know. I haven't looked into that DLC much. I'm not sure if that's going to be a new map area or not, but I think that'll be coming out here this week, and jump into that. And I'm a big Pokemon fan, so.
How is the performance of it? It's on the Switch, right?
Yeah, I'm playing it on the Switch, just the regular Switch, and I haven't noticed this. I don't know if I wasn't looking for it before, but I noticed that when I had it docked and I was playing on my TV, it ran a lot better than when I was like had it handheld mode. So I'm not sure if that's because it was, a lot more going on, visually intensive, but it seemed like the performance was a lot better when I had it docked. So I had to switch over to there was some lagging a little bit when I had it in handheld mode. So
Uh-huh.
I don't.
Isn't I don't remember this, and I could be completely wrong. Isn't when it's docked, doesn't it have like a little more power, and so it can run a little better?
I didn't really. I didn't know that. It makes sense to me because you're not using that to put it on the display on the screen, whereas it's being outsourced to the TV. So it kind of made sense to me. That's how that's kind of how I saw it. I was like, oh, it's running better because it's not trying to display it at the same time as run it. I don't know if that's right or not, but this was the first game that I've played on the Switch that I've really noticed that difference. And I don't know if it's because I'm playing on, the original Switch compared to, the new Switch 2 or whatever. But I did notice that difference when I had it docked. And maybe that's just because typically Nintendo games aren't too visually demanding. And I never noticed it before. So that was something new to me.
Uh-huh.
Have you noticed that on any other Switch games?
No, like I really don't play it handheld very often, so most of the stuff I
Yeah.
play is docked. I haven't noticed too much, but like I said, my Switch like arsenal of games is kind of limited, right? I think the last thing I bought was like Mario Wonder, so I
Yeah.
haven't bought anything in a while, so I don't buy a whole lot of stuff on the Switch.
Yeah. Neither do
So
I. So that's why it kind of took me off, or, it was noticeable this time around because I'd never seen it really drop performance before. But after a while, I was like, oh, I was playing it handheld and then, I figured there was going to be a little bit of lagging or, not as smooth. And I didn't think anything of it until my Switch, was getting low on battery. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll just, dock it and hooked up my controller. And then it was running a lot better. I was like, oh, whoa, there's a, pretty significant difference, I'd say. But this was the first time I'd seen it before. So,
yeah, so I was just curious. I remember when it came out, I was going to ask my boy about it, like because
uh,
he likes to play them. He's
yeah.
played and beat all of them, and I asked him if he wanted me to pick it up, and he was like, "Nah." He goes, "I heard it runs like pretty bad on the Switch." He goes, "I'm not, too worried about playing it." So that's why I was curious, like how it performed, because he kept hearing that it didn't run that well, and
I
so
didn't I didn't ever feel like it was unplayable, but I did notice the difference between docked and handheld. But I really don't have high expectations for anything that I play on the Switch. Typically, it's just, you know, it's just Pokemon or, the occasional Mario Party with the family or whatever.
yeah,
So, nothing too crazy that I'm trying to push the Switch to do.
right, yeah. You're not asking it to play Cyberpunk or anything yet.
No, I haven't. I haven't messed around with any, you know, high high demanding games like that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm not sure. I thought I've heard that before in the past where somebody was saying, and it made sense to me, so I never questioned it.
yeah,
Like
same here.
like when it's on the
Yeah,
dock, it can get a little bit more juice. The dock doesn't give it more power, but it's got a better, like
maybe it's
swing
more
on the
efficient or
Sampling,
wall.
something.
the
Yeah,
Yeah,
sampling
it
rate,
doesn't
I
have to
guess,
worry
or
about
super sampling,
it
maybe. I
doesn't
don't
have
know.
to worry about that battery, right? Because you're
yeah,
plugged in, and it's trying to conserve battery when you're in handheld mode. Maybe
right.
it's pulling some power, from it. I'm not
Yeah. So
positive though.
I didn't think anything of it, but something else I played that was fun was Subnautica was released for like on the Android store. So just for shits and giggles, I picked it up and I was playing it on my tablet and I connected my PlayStation controller to my tablet and I did a playthrough of Subnautica on my tablet and it ran pretty good. I was quite surprised. And that game is great and I love it. And I'm excited for the second one to come out, but I've been seeing all these videos uh, that they're releasing for Subnautica 2 supposed to come out. It was supposed to come out like a beta or early release, early access at the end of this year, but it got pushed back to 2026. And I know you guys did a news article on it a while back where there was like a $250 million bonus that was supposed to go out to the developers, and they smoked them all, or they
Yeah.
laid them off. And so
That's
all
still ongoing in the courts, by the way.
yeah, and then so all the videos I'm seeing online of like these, just little teasers. It was like, oh, noises of the oceans, or here's the different biomes, or just little, promotional stuff. But the comment section is pretty ruthless, where they're like, everybody's just spamming like, pay the devs, pay the devs, pay the devs. It just seems like everybody's pretty upset about it.
Yeah.
But it's a bummer because I love that game, and I did.
Yeah. I would think also, like, like there's probably we'll learn more of it, I guess, once they they get the ball rolling in the courts and stuff. But I would have to assume it's probably that money was supposed to probably go. I'm sure it's in a contract, right? Where for the former ownership, and its employees, right? So it probably gets split evenly between however many people worked on the first game. Could be 100, 300, I don't know.
Yeah.
Seems like a lot, right? For you, I don't know. Your mind's probably thinking 7 people, 20, like, yeah, like it's probably a little more than that. But yeah, they did get hosed because they were on track to get it out early.
Yeah, there was like an incentive, I think, just from the light research I did. There was like an incentive of this bonus to go to the devs if they could get early access by the end of this year. And I don't think they were on track to do that. And I think they brought in somebody else, and then they got rid of like, some of the original like co-founders, and
Right.
that's what caused the upset. And then my brother told me that he saw something from like the old founder or whatever. He was saying, yeah, despite all this stuff, like, you guys, the community and the players should still play Subnautica 2. It's a great game. It'll be great, despite what's going on. Don't rob yourself of playing this great game just because of the legal, the nasty legal side of it. So hopefully next year, early access, and whenever it's supposed to get released now, but looking forward to that. I love that game so much. It's that's up there on one of my top favorite games, Subnautica.
I don't think I've really played a whole lot of it. I remember messing around a little bit with it in VR. I thought it was pretty neat.
Oh man, I tried playing it in VR, and I was getting like a little woozy from it because there's a lot going on, or maybe it was the VR I was using because I'm not really, I don't have a VR myself, so I think I was just trying it out and being underwater. I don't know, it didn't. I was kind of like, whoa, maybe it was the field of POV or whatever,
Yeah.
but
You're right, because you're constantly looking left and right, looking for a resource. Yeah.
left, right,
crafting.
up and down, and
It's
then
probably fine, but yeah.
But yeah, it's been a while since I've messed with that game. Like I need to go back.
Same here.
Oh yeah, I hear good about it.
Yeah, I highly recommend it, and I'm sure it's not that much right now since it's like super old. I mean, I think I bought it I bought it on my tablet off the Google Play Store for like $8 or something. So the full game is it's still $30 on Steam, but I'm sure you could get it cheaper than that.
Put it in the wish list.
Yeah, that one's fun. I mean, I never got into, I didn't play a lot of Minecraft, so I don't know if this was. I mean, I always describe this game as like underwater Minecraft, and I've always just really liked it because it's so visually appealing, and it's a little scary at some points too because the ocean is scary, but it's Yeah, it's a ton of fun. I've played that through. I guess this would be my 4th playthrough that I've done, like on the
Yeah.
as a whole. So, but it ran
Well,
good
if
on my tablet. I was surprised.
Yeah. If you get Minecraft, you'll never finish it, right? So you just keep building.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Never endless. You just get sick of that game. That's all what happens.
yeah. But yeah,
Get bored
that's
with
what
it.
I've been playing lately. So, been having fun.
Nice.
I think this is where we bring Jesus back. He's over in La La Land over there. He's doing his own little
Oh,
thing over
hi.
there.
Hi, guys.
Playing Battlefield.
Yeah.
No. I was just looking at stuff. Is it news time?
It's
Yeah.
news time.
It's news time. Can do some news real quick. Some TGA news. That's right. The Game Awards are coming up soon. And now host and organizer Jeff Keighley is hyping the event with some kind of real-world teaser campaign for something people believe is connected to Diablo. Others do not believe it is connected to Diablo. On November 28th, Keighley posted the text regal.inspiring.thickness, along with an image of some kind of huge carving featuring humanoid people in the middle of the desert. On November 29th, Keighley followed up with the Google Maps image showing the location of the marketing monolith in the California desert. People quickly found the spot and posted images and videos, including the ones in this article. Windows Central reporter Jess Corden said the teaser is related to an upcoming Diablo 4 expansion announcement, but also more. It was previously confirmed that Diablo 4 will get a new expansion in 2026, so a reveal at the TGA would make sense. The imagery of the teaser monolith is hellish as well, which is fitting for Diablo 4. Session reporter Jason Schreier said he has no idea where Jess is getting that as it relates to this teaser being about Diablo 4 expansion. He says here, no idea where Jess is getting that, but this statue is not teasing the Diablo 4 expansion. He says, so who knows what the fuck this statue is that Jeff Keighley put out in the California desert. Go find it, Gunny. Go find it.
Yeah, it's
Right?
probably
Yeah,
closer to
yeah.
Evan. It looks like it's in the Joshua Forest there, Evan. It's probably a 3-hour trek for you.
Yeah, give me some coordinates. I'll go.
It looks
Go find
pretty.
it.
You got a
pretty
4-wheel
demonic.
drive, bring
Pretty
water.
demonic looking. Go steal it, Gunny. Put it in your front yard.
Hey, I've been in Tacoma. It probably wouldn't fit. I'd need to get it.
Go out there and load it onto your truck, and that thing is huge. Go out there and just take it, Gunny. Just take it and put it in your front yard.
That'd be funny. And then I'd give out coordinates for your house, Jesus.
I mean,
How's
who's
that?
gonna stop you? Who's
Like, I
who's
got
gonna
it. Come get it. Yeah,
who's gonna stop you, Gunny? No one's gonna stop you.
that's
I'm
true.
gonna
It doesn't
stop you.
belong to anybody. It's probably on BLM land. That's Bureau of Land Management people. Yeah. So that's right, because you can do stuff like that. You can put art on BLM land. It's probably why they chose that. But
You can do anything on BLM land.
yeah,
Whoa there, whoa.
you just can't live on it, right? I think is the thing. But I don't know. I saw a
What
lot
if
of
I have a
comments.
fishing pole?
Yeah, you can stay.
Can I live there?
If you have like a miner's shovel, a
Do
miner's
I have a
axe,
shovel
maybe.
with me? I can live there.
You say you're looking for gold. Say I'm
In other
mining.
news, Steam Machine was announced earlier this month with the 2026 launch window and no official pricing details. However, Valve has said that if you build a PC from parts and get to basically the same level of performance, that's the general price window that we aim to be at. In a new video, Linus Tech Tips took on that challenge, and he built a PC with component specs similar to Valve's device and using it to estimate how much the Steam Machine could retail for when it releases next year. The channel estimates that if it were to build the Steam Machine with the lowest historical prices, it could cost Valve around $602 to manufacture this device. However, in today's market with inflated component prices, it could cost as much as $910 at retail pricing or $813 with lesser brands used. Taking into account retailer profit margins, which Valve would not have to consider with this direct-to-consumer model, and the fact that it would be able to source some components cheaper, like power supplies, motherboards, and cases, Linus estimates that the Steam Machine will retail for around $700. That's right.
I've been going with 700 in my head. This whole
That
for the
makes
last
sense. That
3
makes sense
weeks,
to
right?
me
It does.
too.
And
$699.99.
yeah, and and something since we've been on hiatus here, a little vacation. This is developing, but as we, I'm sure we've all heard with the uh, memory shortage, right? Excuse me, the RAM. So kind of what's going on with the RAM is, for the people out there that don't know, is just with all the AI components, I guess, where it's been, it's not a shortage of RAM. It's just that a lot of the AI components, they're just taking up all that space for the manufacturing of RAM. So, lower end RAM. So that's where you're getting that inflated price. If you go look now, and you're thinking, what the hell? 16 gigs of freaking RAM is like $200 or whatever. That's the reason why. So until they build more factories, I think this will go on for another year, unfortunately. Yeah, and that's another question with, like, let's say the Steam machine or the next Xbox or PlayStation. Like, are we going to see higher? Of course, we're going to see higher prices because now they're kind of getting into the market of these console PC hybrids. But yeah, I was in a call with me and Ghost Nico, well, several times this week, but I think it could have been Saturday or Sunday, guys. And yeah, we were just talking about the Steam machine, and we were talking about gaming laptops and his and all these things. And I go, Dave, I've never heard anybody actually call this what this thing actually is. And nobody, I've heard no news outlet, and I'm going to call it what this is, right? Yeah, Steam is saying it's a PC, but specifically it's a pre-built Linux PC. So I don't know, maybe that doesn't need to be said, but that's what this device is. So, and yeah, and just know that everybody out there listening, if you plan on getting one of these things, like, unless you have the knowledge of or have no desire of putting Windows on this, right, and just going with the Steam OS and maybe installing a few things like, like Discord and maybe Decky Loader or, these other easier things that you can install, like, I don't know, whatever the programs you call to, increase your FPS or performance. Some of those are pretty easy to use, but yeah, just know they won't run, Call of Duty or Battlefield, but they will run mostly everything else. And yeah, and if this is just going to be the box and it's going to be under your TV, then yeah, you should be fine for most games that that are on Steam.
What's the demand look for this? Is there a lot of people that are like waiting for this? It seems
I don't know.
I think
Honestly,
the
I think
Steam Deck, yeah, it sold less than what? I don't even know. Let's see. Steam Deck sold, right?
It seems like, if you want to play your PC games,
Yeah.
you have the Steam Deck, which, is on par with the handheld, like your Switch or whatever, right? But it just seems unnecessary to me because with so many games that, well, I don't know. I guess it just depends like how this performance is compared to like, like a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox or whatever. It just seems unnecessary to me. But
yeah, and I think people are getting the wrong they're I don't want to just say deceived, but okay. So the Steam Deck has reportedly sold around 3.7 million to 4 million units sold. So that's been what, over the last 4 years? I don't know how long the Steam Deck's been out, but I say this is what I've been thinking of the whole time since they announced this. And I'm thinking also the marketing, right? Like, how much money are they going to put into the marketing of this console or this PC console, whatever hybrid thing, right? I think that's going to be really a key thing. Instead of saying, hey, yeah, we only sell this on our website or whatever. It's not maybe Best Buy. I don't know, right? Maybe over in the PC section, but I'm thinking online. Yeah.
Steam doesn't market really except for their own site, Even the Steam Deck, you didn't buy a Steam Deck at Best Buy. You didn't buy it, in too many places really. They didn't really advertise it, at least, so
all I want to know is Mayo going to buy one?
I might. Like, I wouldn't mind having one, if it's like a crazy price, I probably won't, but I wouldn't mind having
700. You buying it for 700?
I'd probably pick one up. You know, I mean, it's
I wouldn't do it. I've got to again, it's not like I'm a a shill for Microsoft or Windows or anything, but hey, right now, guys, if you really think about it, all of us right here, including a lot of people listening that have PCs, we could just put SteamOS on our devices right now. Not that
oh yeah,
easy, right?
yeah.
But you
It's
know what I
not.
mean? We can
It's just
run
more the
SteamOS on our PCs, or we can change it to a Linux, to load into, or dual boot Linux. So a lot of things you can do with a PC, and including this device, this new Steam machine, you can also do the same thing. You can put Bazite on it, or Windows or whatever. It's I'm sure it's fairly
I see
universal.
this replacing the Xbox, if anything, but it's I don't know. I see that kind of filling in where Xbox has been. That way it's not just because Xbox is pretty much dead. So it's just if you just have PlayStation, this would be what the closest thing to
But let
giving
me
it a
ask
run
you.
for its money.
Let me ask you this, Evan, and I agree with you. Xbox, the console is just DOA, but
Right.
so the brand is growing, right, with the properties they own. But I think with this Steam machine, and again, it not maybe magically we'll find out they can get the Call of Duty, the newer Call of Duties and Battlefields, because you say that would replace the Xbox, but again, not with those top tier shooters, right? I think a lot of people are going to be ticked off when they realize, like, what the hell? I can't play this because it requires Windows, and anti-cheat software, which Linux does not recognize. So, I don't know. Like, I think we're going to see a lot more PlayStation 5s, being,
for me,
being
it's just to
sold.
be a
And
bridge, right? Like I can have easier access to play in my living room on my Steam
Yeah,
lab,
I
and
see
that's
that.
what I like about it. It's
yeah,
not like a competitor to my PlayStation or my Xbox or anything like that. It's just an easier way to play my Steam library in another room away from my PC. Now, granted, like when I have my desk set up a certain way, like I have my OLED TV, I can hook my desk, my computer up to my OLED. I just switch it around so it's separate. But like I wouldn't mind having it, like in my living room and my PC in my other room, and then just have separate setups. And if I want to play a single player game that doesn't require kicking back with a mouse and keyboard, or whatever, I can play on a controller. I wouldn't mind playing just in the living room, kicking back on the
yeah,
couch
Yeah,
and
I
doing
see
it that
that
way.
too. Yeah,
And so,
because
like, and I have already a big, vast library. I
right.
have 700 games or whatever. That I could just fire up, and they're just there
Yeah,
waiting on me. I can install them. I'm curious, because like Linux is always traditionally like Steam is always like Linux because it's a lot less. I don't want to call it bloatware, right? But like Microsoft has a lot more resources used than Linux does. So even though the Steam Deck or even like the Steam box, Steam machine, it's going to be less powerful maybe than what we had hoped. It may run pretty decently because it's running on a system that doesn't require a whole much background resource. But that's
yeah,
the problem. Windows is bad. Everything I always hear about, like how much resources Windows takes up from the power of your computer just by being on, and then so that's going to free up extra power for the games. And I don't know for sure if that's how it'll be utilized, but I always thought that was their thinking of things, and that's why they do Linux. And I know they've kind of been anti-Microsoft for the longest time, anyways, but I think Linux doesn't require as much stuff running in the background and stuff like that. And it's
What do you
not.
think about the Steam controller, though?
Um, I didn't like the last one at all. The build quality felt great and everything. It just
yeah,
wasn't like a good controller or design. Like the layout wasn't good.
Mm,
This one having two analog sticks helps a lot. I really like that. I'm not a big fan of the touchpads. It's okay, but like I understand why they have them because they want it for your like games where you need like a mouse pad, like a
yeah,
pointer pad, because there is those games out there, right? And they do have to address that. But I do like the idea, like their charging thing, where it has that little click thing where you just set it down and it like attaches to its like charger thing.
yeah.
I can't remember what they called it. They give it a name, but you just kind of like they show us sitting on a desk, and you just put the controller down and it just like connects to it. And they say the connectivity is supposed to be really good with the PC. So like
Did they even say that the Steam machine that the new controller is part of the purchase with the machine?
I would assume, because how else are you going to control a Steam box or a Steam
Yeah,
machine?
true.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
they're not going to give you a mouse and keyboard, right? Or yeah,
They got to
a
give you
different
something.
controller. Yeah.
They got to give you something to power it on and
I mean,
use
they
it.
might have an
So.
option to say, "Hey, here's just the machine," but yeah,
Here's the box. You get the box.
just the
Yeah.
box. Yeah, maybe the power cord's separate. Who knows?
I was going to say, if they talk to Nintendo enough, then you might get the power cord separate. But yeah, I think you'll get probably the Steam machine and probably one controller, if I had to
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
Or a
And,
keyboard and mouse option.
And I think the controller is going to be just okay.
Yeah.
I think
And-
I know the build quality is going to be good. It's going to be heavy. It's going to feel nice. It just like if you can get past the touch pads, because I don't think I'm going to use them much. I don't play too many games if I need the touch pads, and just the touch pads would feel weird. I think on that
Yeah.
small of a
And-
surface
Yeah.
area.
I've got
it's
the
bad
OLED.
enough on a laptop. I couldn't imagine on
Yeah.
little ones on a controller.
Especially
Yeah,
with
and
all
I-
that Cheeto dust on your fingers too.
Right. But
I don't use the touchpad on the Steam Deck too often. Only if I'm in the desktop mode or updating background Proton stuff.
and it sounded like the quality of the sticks and everything are going to be like pretty good quality. I can't remember what they said they were using, but I remember them saying like Linus Tech or something like that was saying like it's a really good quality type of stick. It's
Yeah,
like a very accurate
magnetic
stick,
thumbsticks.
and with a good track record of not having drift and stuff like that. So I feel like that's gonna be a good controller. I think it's maybe the same ones the Steam Deck use. I think, but I'm not positive. But yeah,
But yeah, Evan, to answer your question, yeah, I could definitely see, in the 4-year period of them selling what they sold with the Steam Deck itself, 4 million units. I don't think, well, I guess it depends on when that new Xbox, so-called Xbox, comes out with their, right? Because they'll come out with all the freaking marketing and play Call of Duty and play this and play, and bring in your old library, all your Xbox One games and 360 backwards compatible,
Right.
So that'll be like, and again, somebody pointed this out in the podcast. How many of this new Xboxes they're going to sell? They're going to sell just as many as they did with the X and the S, right? Maybe, I don't know. Was it 30 million or something? Like they might reach 25 million, right? Because now they literally have no exclusives. So yeah, that'll be, yeah. I think it'll be a little less, but yeah, they'll just bring over the hardcore, real, people that have, that are totally, yeah, I can play my old games, yoo-hoo, yeah, and I can play whatever's new on Steam or yeah, including PlayStation games. We'll see about that. So.
But yeah, overall, I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see what it brings. Like it may not be the all be all console or anything like that, or but I feel like it gets them in the door. It's a start.
Yeah.
Like they tried it once with a Steam machine, and that one failed just because of price and everything else. But I feel like a Steam account, and that is in higher demand now. I feel like the youth like their PCs and their Steam accounts a lot more nowadays.
Yeah.
And like I remember like Jesus and I have talked where you get the Steam version of games instead of the Windows version of games.
Yeah.
And so you will
Right.
get the updates quicker. You'll get, some of that stuff to you pushed faster and stuff like that. So
That's another thing, right? Where
filtered
me and
content,
Ghost Nico have
right?
always said that same thing, like, why do I want the Windows version? I'd rather have the Steam version.
Yeah. So that's a plus too. And then, I remember with games like edgy games, like when Ready or Not first came out, and yeah, they've actually filtered that game when it came out to console, but we got to play it the longest time without it, and so you'll have access to that on your consoles too, is Steam machine.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my take on it though. I'm kind of interested in it.
Yeah. In other news, EA is claiming that 98% of Battlefield 6 matches were cheater-free during launch week. That's right. They said during that period, more than 1.2 million cheating attempts were blocked by Javelin, their anti-cheat software.
Nice.
They also said they removed tens of thousands of bad people using cheats. Some that were even live streaming while they were cheating.
Yeah, I saw one video. So
Yeah.
it was not funny, but funny. Yeah, in a sense, to watch
They
him do it
said
on a live stream.
they said in the beta there was 93.1% of matches were cheater free. They said by the end of the beta they had reached 98% of matches being cheater free. They said yeah. So quite a bit of people were trying to cheat, but they've been blocking them pretty good. So yeah.
I'm curious what the other two were using. Let us know, please. We need to get the word out.
Yeah.
Get my
Ask
stats,
Jesus.
get
Yeah.
my stats up, bro.
That's why Jesus sucks.
You know what's funny is they all remember how I was complaining about how there was bot lobbies and people were using them to pad their stats.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guess what EA has been doing for the last few weeks now? They've been going back to all the people that use bot lobbies, and they've been resetting all their stats.
Oh, damn.
Oh, wow.
So, like on their profile, when you click on it, they'll be like, it resets their rank to whatever like rank they're supposed to be at, and then it'll say like negative 1 million XP, negative this,
Damn.
negative this, because it shows all the red things that all the shit they took out. So they've been going back and resetting
Yeah.
people's stats. That
Right? It's
use
probably in the
bot
EULA,
lobbies.
so you can't use exploits, which, well,
Well, no,
yeah,
they
you
were
cannot
using an exploit. They were using the bot lobbies to pad all their shit. So these people had like 500 headshots, 1,000 headshots or whatever with sniper rifle and all this shit unlocked. And I was like, yeah, but you padded all those stats. You were playing against real people. You were playing all these bots that kind of just stand there half the time. In other news, a new GTA 6 leak has happened over the weekend. A very small amount of animated footage, widely believed to be from GTA 6, was featured in a demo reel by a Rockstar employee, which highlighted their work for the company. The Rockstar footage itself appeared to come from animator Benjamin Chu or Che Chu Chue is his fucking last name. I don't know how to pronounce it. Okay, and was pretty minimal in the grand scheme of GTA 6 things. However, along with clips from the likes of Red Dead Redemption 2, there was also a short montage of incomplete work showing a character taking a bike out of a rental kiosk and then riding it. The background from this footage was entirely gray, and the bike itself, which was yellow, also looked to be in early stages of animation. So there's that. There's a few, another one where like it shows the main protagonist, Lucia, getting out of a pickup truck or whatever. So there's that, blah, blah, blah. So there's pretty much a little, like, people found this clip and they've been all over the internet, and Rockstar's like, we gotta take this down. Sorry, Benjamin. You're gonna get fired probably
Yeah.
for leaking stuff. Well, I wonder if he was probably doing it to, like, find a new job, like, hey, look, I've done this or whatever, I made the bike animation for whatever, GTA 6. I don't know. In other news, Ghost of Yotei gets an incredible PS5 Pro frame rate boost thanks to a new patch. That's right, analyzed by Digital Foundry, the update's introduction of VRR support is a win for all players, but especially for the PS5 Pro users. So version 1.1 was headlined by the addition of New Game Plus when it launched last week, but developer Sucker Punch also snuck in some juicy new graphical settings. There's a new balance mode, Evan, that targets 40 frames a second, but really is the ability to uncap the game's frame rate that yields the most impressive results. The aforementioned balance mode with ray tracing manages to hover its intended 40 FPS and a smooth 60 FPS on the PS5 Pro with the uncap toggle enabled. But even more impressive is the title's already excellent RT Pro mode, which jumps from 60 FPS to anywhere between 70 and 90 Mayo. That's right. Giving Atsu's adventure a seriously silky feel. Says here Digital Foundry described the jump as incredible, given how well the open world has performed to begin with. So that's right. So I guess new patch, better performance on the PS5 Pro.
And the base PS5 as well.
But the PS5 Pro is the one that matters, Gunny, okay?
No
one cares. No one cares about the hobo PS5 no more. No one.
If
That's
I buy
hobo
this game,
news.
I'm still going to get the upgrade.
No, you're not, Gunny.
I'm so
God,
far behind all the
PS5
time.
Pro users only. It's only the richies. God, now you fucking hobo PS5 users. In other news, speaking of hobos, we're all gonna be hobos here when it comes to RAM. That's right. Another day, another round of bad news regarding the ongoing RAM shortage and rising PC hardware prices. TrendForce has now reported that the NAND flash wafer supply is getting worse, Mayo, which will directly
no.
start impacting SSD prices. And it already has. Says here, how long will it take for these price changes to trickle down to the consumer? And how long will it take for RAM prices to improve? Well, let's dig into this. Starting with the NAND flash prices. TrendForce reports that the demand for NAND flash used and SSDs is very strong at the moment. To the surprise of no one, the demand is largely fueled by large enterprises, pretty much AI, meaning that's where the manufacturers currently have their focus. That's right. The massive demand has now led to a short supply, which then has led to a price increase in November. The monthly average prices for wafers rose from 20% to 60%. It says here triple level cell memory was the most impacted, and this type of NAND flash stores 3 bits of data per memory cell. Quad level cell NAND flash is also in high demand and short supply at the moment. RAM is now suffering from the same problems as SSDs, but even on a larger scale. Even some of the best Cyber Monday deals are not helping people try to fight these RAM prices. Reports show that it might only get worse from here on out. Okay? So first, SE Daily talks about Samsung's semiconductor division, which is said to have rejected a request for DRAM from its own mobile experience division. Holy shit, even their own cell phone company, they're like, fuck you! We're selling it all to NVIDIA for their AI. Fuck, fuck the new Samsung Galaxy phone. You don't need no RAM for that shit. It's all going to NVIDIA.
Right, the number one stock company.
Says Samsung's mobile sector managed to secure memory on a quarterly basis, meaning it'll have to renegotiate the terms of the contract every 3 months instead of longer commitments, which they're used to, which is pretty odd considering then the cost of RAM and profitability. And unfortunately for PC gamers, the profit lies in high bandwidth memory and AI. To that end, Micron is now investing on a fucking shitload of cash into producing AI memory chips in Japan. That's right. Micron said they're going to be investing almost $10 billion, more to the tune of $9.6 billion, into building a brand new production facility focused on only next-gen HBM chips. With all these different companies going all in on enterprise memory, it's hard not to wonder what will happen to the consumer market. RAM is already up 300%, more expensive than it was just this July, Gunny. And those NAND flash shortages are likely to affect SSD prices too. Meanwhile, NVIDIA said, fuck you guys, we're no longer bundling VRAM with our GPUs. That's right. If you are a manufacturer of NVIDIA GPUs, so they're saying when they're selling the board to their partners, usually the way it would go is say, hey, I'm Jesus GPUs over here. NVIDIA, sell me your die and I'll make a GPU out of your die, right? For the 5080 or whatever. They'll be like, all right, Jesus, here you go. All right, I'm making 10 gig VRAM cards. I need 10 gigs of VRAM. They would send me the 10 gigs of VRAM with the GPU die. NVIDIA is now saying, fuck you. You find your own fucking RAM, motherfucker. We don't give you no RAM. We'll give you the GPU die, but no RAM. That's right. Apparently, they're saying that no longer will they be bundling any VRAM with their GPU dies when they're selling their boards to their partners, leaving them to have to find their own deals on any VRAM. Keep in mind, all of that VRAM comes from the same source. If there's not enough DRAM for PCs, there likely will not be enough VRAM for any GPUs to be made at the same time. The PC gaming is going just from one shortage to the next, and it looks like this one will last till about 2028.
Ouch. So
Damn it.
you hear that, people? You hear that, Crafty? If you're listening, tell your people, just get the GPU now. Bite the bullet, man, and just pay the $1,000,
So
right?
are we saying that like they're gonna announce the 6080 next year, and they're gonna be like only 10 of them available because that's all Nvidia made, and no one
No,
else can
no,
make them?
I think, yeah, but they're clearly going to be $2,400. I don't know, right? Just
I mean, but dude, RAM is expensive, man.
Yeah.
Like,
I did buy,
RAM.
guys. I did buy 16 gigs before the hike, so
Right.
I forgot what I paid for it, but I could probably get 300 for it because it's still new.
I'm on Amazon. Okay, let's look at some RAM here.
Or so
Alright.
really 32 gigs I got brand new.
I'm looking at 32 gigs right now from G Skill Trident Mayo.
Mm-hmm.
Right, 32 gigs right now is $369.
Damn
Yeah.
it.
See, I paid $120. Well, 130. Not the G Skills, but I forgot the brand.
Okay, I'm looking at here. It says the current price. I'm looking at the last 90 days or the last price history here. Out of the price history in 90 days,
Yeah.
it's
Crucial
gone up from $124 to $369.99. Holy shit, dude!
Dang.
That's tripled in price in 30 days. 30 days. That's nuts.
I'm gonna sell mine for 300.
Dude, Gunny, just sell your RAM.
I paid
bro.
$125, so I can double my money.
The Crucial Pro DDR5 RAM, a 32 gigabyte kit, two 16 gigabyte sticks, is actually only $215 right now on
Okay,
Amazon.
well, I won't. Okay, that's the ones I got, so I won't make. Yeah, well, I'll still almost double it.
What did you buy it for?
Yeah, what did you buy it for, Gunny?
So long story short, remember back when I bought this PC that I got the two 32-bit, so 64, but only one stick works. So I did everything, guys. I mean everything over the last year. Like I'd spend a weekend researching it, resetting the board,
You got
reflashing
64. You got 64 gigs of RAM, but only 32 work.
Correct. So then it only works in slot 2. So I can almost get it to work in slot 1 and 2, but not 2 and 4. So I had everybody help me. Crafty, other people in the community have helped me. Mayo's try to help me. It just does not work with this motherboard. Period.
And it's a lot of RAM for a motherboard, really. I mean, that's you probably need a higher end motherboard to get that much RAM.
But remember, Mayo, I waited a year, and then just before the price hike, I did get the new RAM, which is just 16, 32 total. So then, nope, that does not work. Only one stick works in slot 2. Like I said, I've done everything.
Your motherboard then.
It's definitely the motherboard.
Like
I said, I've reflashed it. I've updated the motherboard.
So why'd you buy the RAM?
Yeah, so what'd you get the RAM for?
To see if that's what the problem was. If I used a different brand, right? And if I only use 16, not 32. So I thought I bought too high of a RAM. But nope, that's not the case at all. So no. So basically, it was a waste.
What are you doing with your RAM now?
I'm going to sell it. I'm clearly going to sell it, and I'm going to get a new motherboard.
Hey.
I paid 120, so I'm going to get what you said, 240. I don't know. Maybe I'll sell it for 200. So
That's
I'll definitely make my money back.
Gunny's got RAM for sale, people. $200.
Yeah, brand new. It's pretty much new.
RAM's gonna be like car catalytic converters at some point. Pretty soon people are gonna be like stealing RAM out of PCs.
Oh yeah.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna wait.
Walking around
actually
the
gonna wait.
workplace, stealing all the RAM from all the PCs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait till this summer is what I'm gonna do, and then see how the prices are then, and then see if I can double my money.
Be going into Best Buy and taking all the RAM out of the pre-builts on display. Yeah.
I'll be a scalper. Be funny.
RAM. Shit. That's crazy, dude. Like, so what's gonna happen with GPUs when, like I said, like you have these third-party makers like Asus, all the other ones. What's the other ones? Name other ones. Mail. Whatever. All the other ones.
GPU makers. I mean, you got NVIDIA's GeForce ones. You got who else is there? There
PNY.
is
I don't know.
Gigabyte.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gigabyte. Yeah.
That's why it's popular. MSI.
MSI, yeah.
Yeah.
All
Oh my
those
God.
fuckers are gonna have to find
Yeah.
their own RAM to make their GPUs next year, or
Well,
any
good luck
GPU
because
moving
Nvidia's
forward.
got the market. Yeah,
But like, yeah, like what the fuck, dude?
especially on the combo.
Stupid
Yeah.
ass AI. We don't even need AI. What the fuck? We don't need AI. Fuck AI. Fucking AI. Already fucking with us.
How
Yeah.
dare you, Jesus?
Hasn't even
Taking our
taken over.
jobs.
Hasn't even taken over the world yet, and it's already fucking destroying our gaming shit.
That's true.
This is just after you were telling me how great it was the other day on the phone. Oh yeah,
In other
that was just
news,
speaking of conversations.
in other news, you can buy a new PlayStation controller. That's right. I know you're looking for one, Mayo. If
I
you
need
are a
one.
Genshin Impact fan, there's a new Genshin Impact controller coming out. Pre-orders go live on December 11th. That's right. It's a DualSense wireless controller, Genshin Impact, limited edition, Evan. All right. This is limited edition. It looks, I don't know, it looks kind of girly to me, but whatever. Like, if you're a Genshin Impact fan, I guess you'll like it. It has like a weird, it's like white gold and it has like a blue teal color kind of.
Yeah, I
to it.
saw it. It's definitely, yeah,
It's girly,
very
right?
feminine. Very feminine controller, but it's a nice controller. I like the, nice art style.
Yeah. In other news, Red Dead Redemption is coming out on the Xbox Series X and S and PS5 and Switch 2. That's right. I know you've been waiting to play this for the last 15 years, Mayo. Now is your chance. All right? Coming out on the Xbox. On the Xbox, if you own the digital edition of the game already, the old Red Dead Redemption, you're getting a free upgrade. I wonder if I think it's the same on PlayStation. Don't quote me, but I think it's the same. But on Xbox, there is a 50% launch discount. I don't know if that applies to the PlayStation as well. On the PlayStation, I do know you're getting it if you have the extra tier or higher of the PS Plus Gold Plus Super Member, whatever the fuck it's called. All right, if you have that, you are going to get the game in that library so you can download it, so you don't have to really buy it anyways. And on the Xbox, you get a free upgrade. But if you have the disc version, you will still have to pay for the upgrade. Sorry. That's just the way life goes.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be like the next gen upgrade.
So
Whatever
remastered, right? I mean, is that even what they're calling it?
Kind of. Not really. I mean, because the game's already on Switch also. But apparently the new version runs a lot better on the Switch 2. So like the Switch 2 runs at 60 frames.
A visual upgrade, we'll call it. Okay. Yeah, great game. And I wonder, does that say it even comes with like the complete edition or?
Well, I don't. Would be Undead Nightmare, right?
Yeah.
DLC. I would assume it does. I don't know.
A Game of the Year edition or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on that. In other news, moving on to more news here. Game of the Year awards. Oh, they're coming up. I forgot to talk about that. Yeah, they're coming up next week, Mayo. You can watch them. All right, on Thursday the 11th. Yep, Thursday the 11th. I believe they start at, is it 4:30 or 5 p.m. Pacific time? Or 5:30? Fucking Game Awards.
Pacific Standard Time, I assume.
Yeah, Pacific, whatever the fuck time, yeah. So they start on, it's still loading. All right, there we go. You can vote in Fortnite. Okay, all right, hold on. I don't know the time, but it starts on the 11th. That's right.
And you can still, the other thing is, you could probably still get your vote in. I don't know how long you have to vote, even though it's next week.
You can still vote right now, yes. The votes are still live right now.
10% of the people get to vote.
That's right.
What do you think's going to win?
I mean,
I'm
Claire Obscure?
Yeah, I mean, look how many categories that game is in.
Everything.
Like, Yeah, it's in like every single category. Like that's why I just feel like that's just like a
If that shit does not win music of the year, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. I'm gonna be mad. Evan, I'm gonna riot.
You should do that anyways.
Whoa. Oh shit. Okay. Well, thank you.
Yeah, because if Battlefield doesn't win, wait, it's not even nominated, is it? No.
It should be multiplayer of the year.
Yeah.
Best. Who's gonna get best narrative? You got Kingdom Come, Ghost of Yote, Death
Ghost of
Stranding,
Yote.
Clear Obscure. I think Clear Obscure is gonna get it. Honestly, best art direction, probably Death Stranding. Best music, Clear Obscure. Best audio, there's Clear Obscure, Battlefield, Death Stranding. Battlefield is in here, fucker. It's nominated for something.
Best. Yeah.
Best ongoing, of course, you got Final Fantasy, of course, Fortnite, Helldivers, Marvel Rivals, and No Man's Sky.
I really don't like that category. It's just such a weird
Yeah.
Yeah.
like what is it? I mean, it's like this. If it's the best ongoing, right? So it's gonna be like the same games every year. Like it doesn't, like
Right.
that's
Like
what it is,
No Man's
right? So,
Sky
like,
and Fortnite have
Dude,
been in
like,
there for
same games next year.
ever.
Clear Obscure is like in every category. It's in best indie game, best independent, best debut indie, best mobile game. Oh, I forgot about Destiny being on mobile.
Well, it's a separate thing. I haven't played it. I downloaded it, but I haven't played it.
Best debut
But they're coming
game.
out with, they're doing the Star Wars Renegades or something, DLC or Destiny 2. Is it called Renegades? I forgot.
Who's gonna win best RPG? You got Monster Hunter Wilds, The Outer Worlds 2, Kingdom Come, Clair Obscure, and Avowed.
Yeah, I say Kingdom Come.
Hey, who played Avowed? That was one that I was really curious about.
I played it. I only played an hour of it. Yeah, it was okay. It was just okay. Just again, only an hour, so not enough to form a real opinion on it.
Dang, that's all, huh? You just started it up and
that was it. Yeah, Game Pass, and then I moved on.
oh, it was on Game Pass. Oh.
Yeah,
Dude, Call of Duty did not get
download.
Call of Duty didn't get nominated at all this year.
Well, I mean, I guess I was gonna say it's because of the time of year it got released, right? But no, that ain't the case.
Nope, it just did not
It
get
had
any
one last
nominations.
year, right?
No, did it? Maybe.
Because if it's released in November, it doesn't count, or December. November is the cutoff, I think.
Wait, is there a new Call of Duty?
Yeah, it's on Game Pass, and I played it for 1 hour. No, I did play that one for.
So for best multiplayer,
hours.
there's Arc Raiders, Battlefield 6, Elden Ring, Peak, and Split Fiction. Yeah. So
I say
we'll see.
Split Fiction.
I really like the creativity of Split Fiction, but they've won it last year, maybe the last game. Like all their games have won it, so I feel like this time's not going to be their time.
The most anticipated game: 007, Grand Theft Auto 6, Wolverine, Resident Evil Requiem, or The Witcher 4. Boom, boom,
I think
boom.
that's pretty much GTA.
All of them? Yeah.
Hey, speaking of Witcher 4, just recently the CEO of CD Projekt Red was in an earnings meeting call or whatever, and he announced that they plan to release the next 3 Witchers, which is Witcher 4, 5, 6, the trilogy of Ciri or whatever, within the next 6 years. They said they're going to release all of them.
Damn.
All of them within the next 6 years.
Wow.
Sweet.
They said that they're pretty far on The Witcher 4 and that they're using Unreal Engine 5 and that at first they were kind of having issues learning about it. But now that the whole team's kind of been using it for a few years now and they got it figured out, he says he's pretty confident they can release all 3 games within the next 6 years.
He saying one thing and doing another is,
a lot of AI assets. Here it comes.
right.
AI Witcher assets, fucking AI. And other news, real quick, PlayStation news. Sony, listen, Gunny, I know you've been waiting for this on your PlayStation. Okay? Sony is making a strategic strategy right now, okay? Sony Bank is now making some new things here. All right? They're laying the foundations for a future stablecoin. So it says here this is an initiative that could transform the way millions of players consume their digital content. And other news says here Sony Bank is preparing to launch a dollar-pegged stablecoin intended for the PlayStation ecosystem in the U.S. market as early as 2026, relying on Bastion and its Web3 subsidiary Blockbloom. Sony wants to build an ecosystem combining gaming, NFT, fans, and crypto payments. The strategy is supported by the reorganization of Sony Financial Group, which aims to reduce payment fees and make PlayStation a true Web3 financial platform. So, apparently, according to this, crypto will be accepted as a form of payment on your PlayStation to buy games. That's fucking cool.
You know,
Yeah.
do you
This is the
remember?
future.
So yeah,
We're here.
like
We made it. We made
you
it.
know that. Remember when Steam tried it with
Steam
you know,
tried
with
it.
crypto, but it failed horribly. But again, only because it wasn't stable. But yeah, now if we're talking stable coins, then yeah, I mean, I'm interested if that's the case, right? Because yeah, it's not this price fluctuation of, you know, what's the daily market and how much is this game NFT or whatever. Well, screw up NFTs, but yeah, I love their fancy wording on that. But yeah, that would be cool. I can do that. I can get into it.
Cool. I think that's all I have for news, guys. I mean, I don't have any more news.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else. I mean, RAM is going up, which means everything's going up. Okay.
Right.
Listen, everything's going up, Gunny. Shit's gonna go up.
I'm telling you, I am so glad I built this PC. How long has it been, Mail? 6 months, 1 year? About a year, right? Yeah, I'm
It's been
so
like a
glad that
year,
me and my
right?
son both bought gaming PCs, or you know, we built them. And
Yeah.
even though we felt like this was expensive or that was a year ago, I mean, look at prices now. It's unbelievable. Like, yeah. And I bought RAM just before the price hike, which I didn't know about, by the way. So I had no prior knowledge of it. So, but definitely my first thought was about a week ago, I'm like, huh, I could make some money off of this.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Save it, bro. Get some money.
Yeah.
All right.
What else we got?
That's all we have for news. No more news. Oh, real quick. If you are a fan of Helldivers, the Helldivers fan made movie is now available on YouTube. That's right. You can watch an hour-long movie made on YouTube by some
There you
fans
go.
of Helldivers in the
Okay.
Helldivers game.
I'm going to plug that in right now.
Somehow
I
made
am.
they made a
Let me
movie.
see.
Just look up Helldivers 2 movie or whatever. And speaking of movies,
Okay, there. Pops up.
Sony said that they have now greenlit and it's in production with whatever studio. I forget what studio they're with, but they're making, I think it's Universal. They're making a Helldivers 2 movie, like an actual movie, like a theater movie, like a real one. They're making a real Helldivers movie, which to me it's going to be like what, like Starship Troopers, right? But like more serious.
Right.
Like how fuck else are you gonna make that? Like it's already been made. Like what else are you gonna do? And whatever happened to that Gears of War movie that was supposed to come out? Is it ever coming out? Have they been doing that shit for the last 15 fucking years and still haven't made
heard
it?
anything.
I didn't
but
even
they
know they
did-
were doing a Gears of War movie.
Thought they were going to.
Yeah,
I didn't know
the God
either.
of War, definitely. That got some news today for the God of War movie.
Yeah, I don't know, but I thought yeah.
I don't see
they're
anything in
making-
here for Helldivers 2 movie.
Yeah,
Not on
man.
YouTube.
Yeah, it's in there, man. Fucking Gunny, god damn you.
Help me out. I'm old, man. What do I type into my machine here?
Fan movie.
Oh, the fan movie. Okay.
It's called where's it at?
Oh, fan
Yeah,
film, maybe.
It's called
Fan film.
For Liberty, a Helldivers film.
Okay,
The
there's
YouTube channel is called Plot Coalition. That's the YouTube channel. But yeah, so they said no AI was used in their video. It's
Liars.
all made
Okay.
in game. All made in game, man. All right.
Liars.
In game real movie, Evan. Shit.
I don't believe it.
No bugs or robots were hurt during the making of this film.
No RAM was abused during this.
I don't believe it.
No RAM was abused. And yeah. Anyways, where can we find you, Evan? Tell me where we can find you.
Oh, let's see. Reppin' Evan on Steam. Shirt Pockets somewhere. Shirt Pockets is... Oh, fuck, I forget. What am I on Discord right now? Edward Pants Pockets. I don't even know. My name changes all the time. I gotta fix that somehow. But yeah, I'm on. Yeah, hit me up on Discord. That'll be good. Edward Pants Pockets, Shirt Pockets. I don't know. I'm confused on what my name is.
I got it. I got it right here for you. I got all your names. I got Shirt Pockets with the Z at the end.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
That's on everything. It says here it's on Epic and BattleNet. You're reppin' Evan on Steam, and your A1 Thick Sauce 69 on Xbox.
Oh yeah, that's dead though.
You're Edward on Discord.
All right, find me. Find me as Edward on Discord then.
Like all these different names. What do you mean the Xbox is dead? That's not dead. How dare you?
Oh, it's dead.
Oh fuck! It's dead. It can't be dead. Not the Xbox. Anyways,
Go find me, guys. Gunny Chief on everything.
okay.
Hit me up for some Tarkov. I need to learn that game.
You know what? Me and Mary.
We'll come help you, Gunny.
Yeah,
we're gonna re-download this and carry you in some Tarkov. All right.
I need it. Well, I would have. Yeah, right. Like,
get it back.
I think I can add you as friend. I don't know if I can. Yeah, I'll have to do more research to see if, without paying the $30 extra freaking dollars, if I can add you guys as friends. But I don't know if I can bring you into add you as co-op. I think I can. I don't know.
It's just like real life. You gotta pay for friends.
We should all have
right.
That,
I might have to pay the $30 for friends. Yeah.
And
don't know.
Where we find you, Mayo?
You just find me on Discord. Easiest way to do it. I'm on PlayStation and Xbox as well, but just find me on the Discord as the Mayo. Best place to do it, all in one spot. So,
all right, and you can find me on everything as Jesus Walks Lot. I'll be playing some more Battlefield 6, of course, and whatever the fuck else I find to play. Maybe some Dispatch, maybe some of that free to play, whatever wins or whatever the fuck Gunny said earlier.
Oh, the communist game.
Oh wait, you're right. I'm gonna put on the list if I play that game. Gunny's on all kinds of lists right now. He's on a list for that. He's on a list for buying Escape from Tarkov from the Ruskies. All right, you're on the list, Gunny. You're on a fucking list.
I did pay rubles.
You're on a no-fly list now. Next time you go to the airport, sir, we need you to step over here real quick. We get extra screening for you, sir. Come here.
Don't forget Kane Marston on Twitter.
Yeah, that's right. I am Kane Marston. Yeah, Kain. I had to do that for security purposes for my job.
I forgot about the Kane Marston.
Yeah, I'm still Kane on there on Twitter. X.
Why Kane Marston? That's like a weird fucking name.
I did get Martian from Red Dead Redemption. Kane, I have no idea. It just sounded cool to me. Like, okay, that sounds like a cool, stupid, fake name. So,
okay, well.
But I still send stuff for the news or pictures for weather or whatever related stuff. So as long as they're not using my real name. Otherwise, my boss will call me. Why are you on the news again? Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Yep.
So good.
Buddy.
Watch me on channel 2, guys.
Anyways, we're out of here. Peace out, Brussels sprouts. We'll catch you on the next edition of the Horrible Gamers Podcast. We're out of here. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Adios.
Yeah.
You know what time it is. 'Twas the night before Christmas, just Jesus and Gunny, sipping eggnog and reminiscing when life was sunny. Had an angel on one shoulder, demon on the other, as the 40-year-old drunkenly called for his mother. Mayo took another swig, then stood up and smiled. Said Santa and I have something special planned for the child. Jesus laughed, looked at Gunny and Edward Tanaka, as Mayo ran into the kitchen and pulled out a Santa suit. This is for you. all gathered around a microphone and said, "Welcome to the Horrible Gamers Podcast, motherfucker." And all the good little gamers went to sleep that night. And the parents gathered around the fire, looking for the podcast. The Horrible Gamers Podcast.